Let us pray. Gracious, loving Father, we thank you for your Holy Spirit, which is used to create us into your image with the character of Christ in us, to bring obedience to your commandments in us. We also understand, loving Father, that keeping your commandments is keeping all, because if we break one, we are guilty of all. Therefore, we understand the phrase, keeping your commandments, to be sin-freeness. We ask of you, Father, to help us to keep your commandments. Grant us this sin-free experience as the world is coming closer to its end. And help us to appreciate what it means to prepare ourselves that we may be saved when the end comes. In Jesus' holy name we pray with thanksgiving unto you, Father. Amen. Amen. Okay, so we want today to talk about the role of the seventh-day Sabbath in the final crisis. Now, the seventh-day Sabbath in the final crisis, we want to look at the role of that Sabbath. What role does the Sabbath have in that crisis? And if we could understand the role of the Sabbath, then we could understand the blessedness of keeping the seventh-day Sabbath when that crisis is taking place. Amen. So we start off with our first start. And turn with me to Ezekiel chapter 20. Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 12. Notice what you read here in Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 12. There is one particular word that I would like to emphasize right here in this verse as you read. It says this here. Moreover, I gave them my Sabbath. Who gave it to us? Yahweh himself. He says, moreover what? I gave them my Sabbath. Why? He continues, to be a sign between me and them, that they might what? Know that what? I am Yahweh that doth what? Now watch me. Is there any phrase in the Ten Commandments that says, I Yahweh sanctify you? No. There's no phrase in the Ten Commandments that says, I Yahweh sanctify you. There's no phrase there. But he says he gave us the commandments that we might know that. Is that understood? It means to say that the seventh-day Sabbath is a trigger knowledge. A trigger knowledge to many important truths. So he gave us the Sabbath, and one of the knowledge it's supposed to trigger off in us is that he is Yahweh that God was sanctified us. We're supposed to learn that from the Sabbath, okay? So it clearly shows us that the Sabbath is what we call a trigger knowledge. And our trigger knowledge is a knowledge that triggers off many implicated truths. Alright, and it triggers it off to the mind of the person who receives that major knowledge. We will look at that in a short while. But since he says, I gave to you the seventh-day Sabbath, that you might know that I am Yahweh, that does sanctify you, it clearly shows us that the seventh-day Sabbath is a trigger knowledge to make us learn various things. One of the things is, I Yahweh sanctifies man. Is that understood? Now let's see how the Sabbath is used as a trigger knowledge in Leviticus 19:3. 19:3. Look at Leviticus 19:3. 19:3. 19:3. Quote, ye shall fear every man his mother and his what? Father, and keep what? My Sabbath. I am Yahweh, your God. What does this Sabbath have to do with honoring your parents? It doesn't specifically state, remember the Sabbath day that you might honor your parents. It doesn't say that. But here, the seventh-day Sabbath is tied in to honoring your what? Parents. Which shows that the seventh-day Sabbath triggers off a whole set of knowledge. One of them is respect for your parents. Is that understood, my dear brethren? So we want to look at that because the role of the seventh-day Sabbath in the final crisis will trigger off a lot of things, especially those who see the seventh-day Sabbath in their minds. Now let's just look at this here quickly. This chart here. The seventh-day Sabbath shows us that God created everything, right? Okay? So the seventh-day Sabbath, the implication it tells us is that the world came by what? Creation, not what? Evolution. So once you're a Sabbath keeper, you cannot believe in what? Evolution. Is that understood? Because the Sabbath implicatively tells you everything came by what? Creation, therefore evolution is not true. That's one heresy you go away with when you just believe in the seventh-day Sabbath. Amen? Also, look, it tells us, the seventh-day Sabbath tells us true history, not historical lines. If you were to go, watch me, if you were to stop from 2017, go back to the time when Christ was born, and then you go back to the time of the Babylonian Empire, and then you go back to the time of the children of Israel in Egypt, and then you go back to the time of Abraham when he now left earth, and then you go back in time to the flood, and then you go back in time to Adam. You will see God creating who? Adam. Is that understood? In other words, the seventh-day Sabbath therefore will tell us that you're supposed to believe in what? True history and not what? Historical life. No matter how you go back, you will never come upon some kind of fish come out of the water and start to grow legs. You will never come to that. You can't go back to that because it never what? Happened. So the Sabbath implicatively tells you you're supposed to believe in what? True history and what? Not historical lies. And this is the reason why the Jews are pushing a Holocaust for them. If you believe in true history, you will ask the Jew, how much of your people you say died? They say 6 million. Ask them, how much Christians in Ukraine was murdered? 10 million. Starved to death. How much Russian Christians were murdered by Stalin? 44 million. How much Russians were murdered by Lenin? 22 million. How much people were murdered by Mao Zedong? 66 million. So while you're talking about 6 million Holocaust, true history will show you more were murdered. Is that understood? But you all have museums and all of these things about the Holocaust, but you don't have museums about the Chinese that were murdered. And also about Ukrainian Christians that were starved to death by Stalin, 10 million. So in other words, the seventh-day Sabbath will make you have an interest in what? True history and not what? Historical lies. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Right? So that is the reason why once you believe in the Sabbath, you're not going to be fooled with false history. When they come and say, oh, Israel is God's people, you will say, I thought the one who have God dwelling in him are the sons and daughters of God. Not that state of Israel yet that are murdering Palestinians and are part of the problem with the war in Syria. So in other words, the seventh-day Sabbath makes you become interested by implication in what? True history. Because it carries you back to when God created everything. And when God is creating everything, that is history. Amen. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Also, the seventh-day Sabbath will point it to what? Biology and not what? Pseudo-organisms. Is that understood? So when you check the Sabbath, God made everything that is in them. Then you see male and female created he then. He didn't create trans. Is that understood? He didn't create Bundy. That's agenda 2. He didn't create agenda. That's agenda 2. He didn't create no gender. That's agenda 2. The Bible says male and what? Female created he then. So in other words, the seventh-day Sabbath will point to biology, not pseudo or false organisms. Is that understood, my dear brethren? And right now, so much of this world is being destroyed that today governments have decided that when you get your passport or your ID card, they are going to put in what gender you say you are. So I have my ID card and it says male. Somebody will say trans. A woman might say they. So you see, all that happened because the seventh-day Sabbath is being disregarded. Therefore, from the seventh-day Sabbath comes a lot of implicated knowledge. Furthermore, the seventh-day Sabbath shows us what? Divine government and not what? Anarchy. Because if God created everything, then God can rule what? Everything. If he could create everything so delicate, then he could rule wonderfully. Amen? So he would rather what? Divine government to what? Anarchy. And that's what the world is heading towards now with Antifa and many of the organizations created by John Soros. It is headed towards anarchy because these people believe anarchy can be controlled by guns and powerful weapons. And since the crowd don't have it, but the leaders have it, they can make you behave that way to destroy Christianity, but they can control you because they have the powerful guns. Right? So again, the Sabbath will make you believe in divine government and not what? Anarchy. Now, if the Sabbath says that for in 6 days God created, okay? If you are told it as 6 days God created, alright? Then you believe that. And you believe, therefore, I should keep the 7th-day Sabbath to show that God creates. And a person say, no, I am keeping Sunday in honor of the resurrection of Christ. You see, the Sabbath, therefore, gives us the implication of what? True religion and not what? False religion. If the Sabbath is a sign that God created, what are you doing with Sunday? So one of the implicative knowledge, listen to me. That's the reason why a Sunday keeper will never tell you the truth about the Sabbath because they don't believe in the Sabbath. But once you accept the truth of the Sabbath in your mind, you cannot tell a person to keep Sunday. You will tell them about the 7th-day Sabbath. And to keep the 7th-day Sabbath, you have to be justified by faith. So implicatively, you're already dealing with true religion. Is that understood? Not false religion. Yes, ma'am.
Also what you see is that the 7th-day Sabbath identifies that Yahweh, he is God, as shown in Exodus 20 and verse 20. And since God doesn't change, and his sign is the 7th-day Sabbath, that he is God, then forever the 7th-day Sabbath must be kept because it is unchangeable as God is unchangeable.
Yes, brother.
Because if you really look at this thing properly, I mean, the apostles used to always get expulsion out of all the ancient societies coming out from modern society. That's what the Sabbath will expose that. The Catholic Church will be exposed and all the spiritual schools will be exposed. But it will show that the Sabbath exposes hocus pocus.
Alright, so if I were to ask you, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, I'm asking you. Right? Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. For in 6 days, Allah made the heavens, the earth, and the sea. What would he tell me? What would he tell me? I know! You see, because the Sabbath shows what? As God what? Alone and what? Not other gods. So this is why you cannot have a law with Islamophobia. Because if a person comes and says, well, Allah is not the true God, and a Muslim is condemned to death until you accept the true God, Yahweh. Yes. You could say, oh, Islamophobia. You say, no, I'm not afraid of Islam. I'm exposing it to be wrong. They'll say, no, you can't say that. But if you believe in the 7th-day what? Sabbath, you will say what? Yahweh what? As God what? Alone and not other gods. Amen, brethren? So again, you're seeing why the world is becoming so much the way it is. Because the truths of the Sabbath are what? Disappearing from people's minds. And that is a terrible, terrible thing taking place. So that's why you need to go forth and preach the Sabbath what? More fully. That's why you need to do that. Yes.
When they touch that, they trigger off something on my mind. The trigger is this. Right? The trigger is that this. The Sabbath is against all forms of mysticism or all forms of mysticism in a different way. Right? Or all forms of sorceries in a different way. But that be communism, socialism, humanism, feminism, etc. All around. The Sabbath is against that. So go is a mystical law.
So, the Creator who created you, did he tell you to eat pig? Did he tell you to eat crab? Did he tell you to eat alligator? Did he tell you to take human defecation, run it through machine, put flavor in it, make it in patty and sell it in drugstores or in groceries? Did he tell you to eat that? Of course not. And that's going on today in the world, don't you know that? Yes, that's what they're doing. They're getting human beings to be like animals, eating other human beings' filth. I have a video where some health people, they are telling a man who works for the government that there's a terrible chemical in foods from Monsanto's genetically modified food. And he's telling him this property in it, it is dangerous to his health. He in the public tells everybody, no, 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 it's harmless. It doesn't damage you. You know what the horse said? He said, look, I have some right here. Will you drink it if I bring it? He said, well, yes, I will drink it. Nothing wrong with it. I said, okay, bring it. He said, no, I'll pass. You see that? Yeah, that's right. Now, let me tell you. Let me tell you this. It clearly shows us this. If God created you and He told you what to eat, then the Sabbath implies what? Health reform and not what? Health deform. Amen, brethren? That's why evangelical will say, just bless, kill and eat. There was one of them that was telling me he wanted to discuss clean and unclean meats, and he wanted to show you to bless, kill and eat. I was already prepared to catch a couple of frogs, cook it outside in a utensil, and go and meet him in that meeting. And if he tell me bless and eat, I said, look, this was cooked and so on. I said bless and eat. That's what I was going to tell you. You understand? But they're smart, they back down. And they know why they back down. Because listen to me, my dear brethren. The seventh-day Sabbath shows what? Health reform and not what? Health deform. Is that understood? And this is the reason why we preach health reform. Do you get that clear? That's the reason why we do this, right? And we also have to have some proper studies here on health reform. Because there's a lot of theories about health today that are so very wrong. And sometimes it parades as pure health. Sometimes they say they want to test the blood to see how much impurities is. I say, why do you always take from the left side? Why don't take from the right side? They know why. You see, the point I'm simply showing is that there's a lot of forces today, and we need to get it straight. What do you say? Right. So what does the seventh-day Sabbath also point to? A righteous what? Society, not what? Tyranny. A righteous society. In other words, if you are keeping the seventh-day Sabbath, you will respect human beings' rights and freedoms. What do you say? And society will be what? Righteous. But if you do not accept the Sabbath, then you will actually practice hate for rights and freedoms, and then what you will have is tyranny in that society. Also, the seventh-day Sabbath tells us, 6 days shall thou labor, do what? All thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath. In it thou shalt not do what? Any work. So it actually tells us that it points to what? Psychological health and not what? Psychological illnesses. Because all psychological illnesses comes when the psyche do not have rest. When the psyche have peace from the truth, then that's psychological health. What do you say? But if not, then you have psychological what? Illnesses. So that's why once you have the seventh-day Sabbath, you're supposed to have psychological what? Health. That's why you see somebody who they're just not thinking straight, you want them to think straight, teach them about the seventh-day Sabbath. Amen, brethren? Also, the same Sabbath points us to labor and not idleness. 6 days shall thou what? Labor and do all thy work. You know, some people do not understand that the command to labor the 6 days is in the Sabbath. You will not find any other command outside of the Sabbath telling you how much days to work. So part of the Sabbath command is work the 6 days. But the seventh day is the what? Sabbath of what? Yahweh God. So the Sabbath points to what? Labor and not what? Idleness. Is that understood? And that's the reason why all that is an implication. That's the reason why parents should make their children work. If you teach them about the Sabbath, make them work. Because if you have them idle, the idleness itself will remove the truths of the Bible, including the Sabbath, from their mind. And this is why Mrs. White says, tire them out in labor. When they finish, let them go and sleep. That's why she said that. Amen, amen, amen. And finally, just before finally, the seventh-day Sabbath teaches good relations and not dysfunctionalism. Because, watch this, the moment you embrace the Sabbath, then you learn to preach the truths of the Sabbath. The truths of the Sabbath, being preached to a person or related to a person, is a good relationship. Watch your two persons keeping the seventh-day Sabbath. Once that two persons keeping the seventh-day Sabbath, that relationship is already good. And that's the reason why the seventh-day Sabbath implicatively teaches good relations and not what? Dysfunctionalism. Is that understood, my dear brethren? The seventh-day Sabbath will show you, I am a sister, this is a brother, we cannot be married. Amen? Yes. Amen? Yes. The seventh-day Sabbath will show you, I am a human being, this is the soil, I can't marry the soil. And by the way, people are doing that today. And I've seen some big naked men and women trying to have relations with soil. What in heaven's name have they gone to? All because they do not have the what? Seventh-day Sabbath as the foundation of their relations. Is that understood? And finally, but not last, because there are many, many more, I just give you 12. The seventh-day Sabbath shows obedience and not what? The very fact that it says remember, it's telling you to what? Obey. So listen to me. The implicative knowledge coming from the Sabbath is obedience. Not disobedience, not transgression. And that's why transgression starts with disobeying the seventh-day Sabbath. Is that understood? You want to correct the whole transgression world of an evangelical? Just bring the Sabbath to them and everything starts to organize. Is that understood, my dear brethren? So this clearly shows us that there's a lot of implicative knowledge that comes from the Sabbath. So the Sabbath is a trigger knowledge. Now all knowledge are trigger knowledge. But you have generic trigger knowledge. Knowledge given for the purpose of triggering other knowledge. Next chapter.
So the share text. Yes. The share text in Revelation chapter 4 verse 11. After chapter 4 describes the throne of God with all the a dynamic picture image of Christ and four beings and elders and rainbow around the throne and so on. All the angels and so on said this: Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, for thou hast created all things, and for thou and thy pleasure they are and were created. So imagine now, evangelical, how it doesn't make sense to think thou art worthy because thou raised on the first day of the week. It don't make sense. Right?
Yeah, amen, amen, amen. And the beautiful thing about that statement that has been said, that's what you call the message of the Sabbath being given us a praise. Amen. Right? The message of the Sabbath being given us a praise. That's what that statement is. And that is very important in the Bible because the real issue in Revelation will come down to the seventh-day Sabbath. Right, so now let us look at generic trigger knowledge. Generic meaning the source. A source trigger knowledge. We must remember, turn to Psalms 36. We must remember that a trigger knowledge is a knowledge that triggers off many other implicative knowledge to the mind of the person that receives the trigger knowledge, which can influence the person. So, watch this. That's why you have to watch out for your children. The child is walking, and the child sees a girl wearing something short, and down to her knee with her pants, and the tear, they burst up and tear. Something you would never wear. You would never wear that because to you, that pants is torn up and it's too short. But here is this girl wearing it, it's torn up and it's short and she's wearing it in public until she's feeling nice and your daughter see it. When your daughter see it and then see fellas watching and listening and so on, the daughter now begins to think, well, if she receives that, what would I receive if I was wearing one? So that knowledge trigger off a what? Another knowledge, but the knowledge it trigger off will bring this obedience. But if your daughter had the 7th-day Sabbath in her mind that Yahweh created, you would see that creation is not representing itself what? Properly. It's dressing with tattered clothes, a sign of the carnal mind. You didn't hear that word? It is dressing with tattered clothes or tear up clothes, a sign of the what? That's right. And you wouldn't find beauty in it. You know? I'm walking the street and a girl is walking and all here going down to the knees cut off from the path. And the other part cut up to her, but they're cut off. And I got confused for a moment. What would that confusion mean for you? Why all that cut off? Why are you wearing it? If you want to show your legs, there's something to show it. But why wearing a cut up pants and walking so good grief is not even looking good? So you see, my dear brethren, it clearly shows a lot of trigger knowledge is out there, and it trigger off other knowledge in the minds of people, and then they start doing it, and it causes them to get in trouble. But here is the point. Here is how the Bible is teaching us about trigger knowledge here. Psalms 36, verse 9. What does it tell us? For with thee is the what? Fountain of an experience of the love of God. An experience of the love of God. You, Lord, as the fountain of it. But how do we get it? It goes on. What does it say? That's right. For in what? Thy light we shall what? See light. That's right. So light triggers off what? Light. You get the knowledge from what? The divine knowledge. Amen, brethren? And that is the reason why you have to train your children with the truth. Sometimes you may not see how far it is going, but in the long run it goes very far. Make sure you infiltrate their minds now, especially when it is young, with the truth. And when I say when it is young, I don't only mean babies. Those who are young in the faith too, your mind needs to be what? Infiltrated with the truth. Remember that, right, my dear brethren? And this is an example. So now let's go and look at our next scripture. Our next chapter. So let's go back a bit. Go back. Always remember this, right? Always remember. The 7th-day Sabbath is a generic trigger knowledge, and it brings a whole set of implicative knowledge. So in the last crisis, it will be good for you to have these Sabbath principles planted where? In your mind. Because you'll be able to face everything in your environment. Listen, we are giving you something like a miracle battery. A battery of knowledge, the 7th-day Sabbath. With what the Holy Spirit will trigger off from your mind. With that Sabbath in it, you will be able to face everything the right way. Because in the end, you will say the right thing. The final crisis is you saying something about the Sabbath. Or saying something based on the Sabbath. That's what the final crisis is. In the final crisis, you must say something based on the 7th-day Sabbath. But what? What would you be saying? It's based upon what would be happening. And what would be happening was bring a response from your mouth and from your life, what you are saying about what the Sabbath shows you. And this is the reason why today is our chance to learn. So now let's go and look at some of the implicative knowledge from the Sabbath. Let's first start off with this next chart here. This chart here is absolutely important because it says a lot about Yahweh. Exodus 20, first of all. 8 to 11. Exodus 20, 8 to 11. Let's look at it. This chart is very important because it says something about a name. It says something about a name. Let's find the name generically. Let's find the name as a generic trigger knowledge. Let's find the name originally. Let's find that name originally. We read from verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of what? Yahweh thy God. Oops, there's the name. It goes on. Of Yahweh thy God. Did you see that, my dear brethren? It goes on. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son nor thy daughter, thy manservant nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. Look at how much. So already it is showing you good relations. The Sabbath is teaching good relations. It is dealing with manservant, maidservant, even good relations with animals. All that is in the Sabbath clause. So you know the implication that's coming from that. It goes on. For in 6 days Yahweh made the heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that in them is. That is history. Not 6 billion years or 6 million years. How much? 6 days. So that's history. That's true history. Yahweh, there goes the name again, made the heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore Yahweh, there's the name again, bless the Sabbath day and what? Halloween. Right, so here is the 7th day Sabbath. The only name you get exalted in the 7th day Sabbath is who? Yeah. How much is it said? 3 times the Father, Son, and Spirit. Did you see that? So in other words, the 7th day Sabbath clause only has one name alone in it exalted. And that is the name of Yahweh. So if you ask now, why is that name dear? What is so important about that name? All what you learn from that name is in the Sabbath. You didn't hear me. All what you learn from that name is where? So let's start learning a few things from the name, quickly. Just before, let me give you a scripture to show you the 7th day Sabbath is the deciding factor in the ending of the world's history. Some people say, why are you saying that? Oh, you know the Sabbath is going to end of the world's history. I didn't say the Bible says it. The Bible says it. Let's look from a scripture that shows us the 7th day Sabbath will be the deciding factor in ending the world's history, because it is going to finally determine all who are loyal to God forever and who are not loyal to God or disloyal. Let's get a scripture. Look at Isaiah 24, 1 to 6. And find Exodus 31 by the way. Exodus 31. So you turn to Isaiah 24, but you are finding Exodus 31 and putting something there that you can switch to it as soon as you can. So let's look at Isaiah 24 and let us now read verse 1 to verse 6. Is it found? We read, behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty. Did you hear that? How does Yahweh make the earth? Empty. Did you see that? It goes on. And maketh it waste. And turneth it what? Upside down. And then what? Scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. Now watch it. If this is the globe this way, and we are told to turn it upside down, it means the North Pole will become the what? South Pole, and the South Pole will become the what? The North Pole. That cannot happen slow over billions of years. It means it will suddenly happen. A sudden spin in the earth will cause the inhabitants to what? Scatter all over the world. A person like in Trinidad will find his body in Australia. Because this is what happens. So here is the Bible showing you geologic destruction taking place. Great destruction taking place. Inhabitants of the earth scatter all over, and sudden turns take place in the earth. When you turn the earth how? Upside down. This is what the Bible is telling you. Now, if they think I'm preaching doom and gloom, then remember, Isaiah preaches more than me. It's not understood. I am just following what they did. Right? Let's read one such. We read on. And it shall be as with the people, so with the whom? Watch out, father this and father that. As with the servant, so with his what? Watch out, Rothschilds. As with the maid, so with the what? Mistress. As with the buyer, so with the what? Seller. As with the lender, so with the what? Borrower. As with the taker of interest rates, so with the giver of what? Interest rates to him. Now it goes on. The land shall be utterly empty. Did you hear what Yahweh said? What did he say? The land shall be what? Utterly empty. And what? Utterly spoiled. For Yahweh had spoken this word. So who said it? Yahweh. Yahweh himself said it. Why does he do all that destruction? He tells us why. Let's read on. It goes on. Verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Did you just see that? You imagine he's speaking about the whole earth fading away because of wickedness on it? That's the future of this earth. So they can tell you all their glowing terms about the New World Order, where children will have rights. Oh no. In the New World Order, children will be pedophile tools. They could always tell you in the New World Order where women will be respected. No. Women will be white slave, trafficked slaves. That's what women will be. Or they will tell you to have a just society with equal distribution. No. You'll have a few wealthy people and everybody will be kept in poverty, where you have to ask them for your food and your water. That's the New World Order. So don't let them lie to you with platitudes. It's just only lines. They don't care for you. When they see they put rights on the child. You know what is rights on the child for the United Nations? Rights of the child is to make children become ruler of their parents. And the Bible already says when that is happening, society is breaking down. When children begin to rule their parents, society is breaking down. That's why all of you here, don't let your little children rule them. You listen, spare the rod and spoil them. The Bible says beat them, they will not die. The United Nations say no, don't beat them. That's abuse. But later when they're shooting somebody, they don't say they do not ever call the criminal practicing abuse. They just say he's doing criminal acts, but they never call it abuse. But the punishment that God requires to be done, they call that abuse. Knowing very well that foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child, and the rod of correction will drive it home. The blueness of a womb, the Bible says, doesn't kill them. It doesn't kill them, but it certainly disciplines them. So this is the reason why when you walk in your house with parents and children, the first question you have to ask, who is the ruler? You catch that word, not pass it fast. When you go to a home with parents and children, if you're supposed to ask the question, what? Who is the ruler here? That's what you're supposed to find. Who is the ruler there? Now let's go on. We don't know. Watch this. The earth also, verse 5, is defiled under the what? Inhabitants thereof. Why? Why? Because they have what? Transgressed the laws. Go ahead. Change the ordinances. Go ahead. Everlasting covenant. Wait. So they transgress the laws. That's what they do.
That is when the good chance from God. Transgress.
Amen. Notice what they have done. They have what? Transgressed the laws. What else? Change the ordinance. Something was changed. So if you transgress the laws, it means you're breaking commandments. But you're transgressing it there by changing something. Did you hear that? Your Bible tells you that transgression is one of what? Changing the ordinances. Right? And it explains what ordinances. Because it goes on and says what? They have what? Broken the what? Everlasting covenant. So now you know what they changed makes them break the everlasting covenant. All you have to do is to find out what is the everlasting covenant, and you will find the laws they are transgressing. You will find what they change. Let's see, because of going against the everlasting covenant, what happens? Let's read the next verse. Therefore, did you see that? Yes. You see the connection? Yes. Therefore, the curse had devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are what? Desolated. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are what? And what? The obedient. So why is the whole earth with its inhabitants being burned? Why is the earth being destroyed? Because they have broken the everlasting covenant. Now let's find out what is the everlasting covenant. Let's go to Exodus 31. We read, Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily my Sabbath ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am Yahweh that doth what? Sanctify you. There we go again, Sabbath that you may know. Sabbath that you may know. The Sabbath being used as a what? A generic what? Sugar knowledge, to make you know something. It goes on. Ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days may work be done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest, holy unto Yahweh. Whosoever doeth any work on the Sabbath day shall surely be what? Put to death. Wherefore, the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generation. For what? For what? Perpetual covenant. The word perpetual there means eternal or everlasting. So although the Old English put perpetual, the very word perpetual itself is the word eternal or everlasting. So here is what is the everlasting covenant, the seventh day Sabbath. Is that understood, my dear brethren? It says this. Verse 17, it is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven, the earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was what? Refreshed. So we know one thing for sure. The seventh day Sabbath is the eternal covenant. David says they have transgressed the laws, right? If it says that, they've changed the ordinances, it means they've changed the seventh day what? Sabbath. Which is the same as breaking the what? Everlasting covenant, which is the Sabbath. Now on the earth as we know it today, what day is used to break the seventh day Sabbath? Thursday? Wednesday? Sunday. Tuesday? Sunday. That's right. Amen? So this year is telling us that a time is going to come when Sunday is going to be exalted in such a way to break the everlasting what? Covenant. And God says he's going to destroy the world because of it. He's going to destroy the world because of it. You read that here. What does this tell us? It tells us that the Sabbath, the seventh day Sabbath, is the deciding factor in the destruction of the world. Now people do not know that. You see the businessman scurrying off with his briefcase on a seventh day Sabbath, Saturday. And you see the children run to the mall to eat, drink, and dance. And you see the parents plucking the fowl. And you see the husband go in the garden, and that's the time they work in the most. But they don't even know that after 2017, sometime after, it is that same day that is going to determine the issue of the earth. We were born on this earth. We just knew about Sundays until we came to know about the Sabbath. And we didn't even know that it is that day that is going to determine the issue of this earth. Everything is going to be determined by that day. All in the structure. But now you've come to an understanding of it from the scripture. What are you to do? Make sure you learn well how to keep that day. What did he say? And make sure you learn well how to use it for the glory of God. Because now you know that is the one that is going to bring about the end of the world. And guess what? Coming to you now. And guess what? We even have a beautiful name to show what we stand for. Seventh day. Excuse me? The Bible said, for he spake in a certain place of the what? Seventh day on this rise. That's what the Bible says. Coming to you, my dear. That's what the Bible says. So we don't want things to show. We have the right name. What did we say? Because they will say Sunday, that is our Sabbath. But we'll say, no, the Bible says what? The seventh day. Oh, that's why you call yourself that. You have a prophetic name. A name shows that you know that something is going to happen in the last days about that day. So your name was given to you by divine revelation. What do we say? Alright, so 2 hands. Just get this is going to continue. Go ahead. This is yeah. After 2017, sometime after. Sometime after 2017, the seventh-day Sabbath will become a major issue in the world. With China, Russia, America, Saudi Arabia, the Caribbean, all the nations. It's going to become the major issue. It has been become a subject of legislation again, of anti-Sabbath legislation. That's what is going to happen. Because they will choose a day to break it. They will choose a day to break it. So sometime in the future it's going to happen. But we didn't know that just so. God revealed it to us here. And He's telling us that is what is going to cause them to destroy the world. And that is the reason why today, when they hear His voice about the seventh-day Sabbath, what should we do? Amen. What?
Yeah, Brian, and when did that issue the Sabbath does reveal plenty of things. I'll share this quick experience, right? I'm talking quick. Right, the experience also says it had this group out, which is occultic people, right? And they see some demon walking around and picking up the cut and throwing it. And then after take our bars, break it. And then after the woman you're frightened, I say, aha! I say that is Satan himself who was moving around and interfering with everything. You see why it's not good to do witchcraft? It's invite too much evil into it. It's good for you. God why I'm started that.
Yes, thank you.
I was just going to show that even in our logo, where you see the law and highlighted is the seventh-day Sabbath.
Yeah, that's right. If you look at the logo, you'll see what is highlighted here is the seventh-day Sabbath. Right? You see? Beautiful, is that not so bad? You want to leave this is the symbol. You will see trouble in the whole world. Germany, France, Spain, but not too. United Nations, European Union. This is the symbol. But they can't do anything about it. What do you say? This will teach you children. Because somebody asks, what do you have this circle for? The Bible tells you the earth is wrong. I am he that sitteth on the circle of the earth. But it shows that the cross of Christ, the gospel embraces the whole world. Amen, brother? Beautiful, right? It shows the message going in the 4 quarters of the earth. Amen? And it also shows you the gold, yellow, of faith and love. But since the Alpha and Omega is Jesus Christ, we need the faith of Christ. Amen. You see it here? You know how much truth you can preach from this? Amen, brother? So you know, this is going to be the final determining fact in the history of this age. This is by divine revelation. Now what's something here? What's something here? We found this name Yahweh in the seventh-day Sabbath, did we? Yes, we did. Let's hear what the Bible tells us about that name. In Exodus itself. 3:15. Exodus 3:15. You have it right? Okay, let's take a look at this. And God said, who is this speaking here? God Himself. You know, let me tell you something. I just gave you a little talk there. You imagine this. Your mother, good Lord, you know it was God in a temple of flesh. Your brothers, James, Jude, and all of them, know it was God in a temple of flesh. You see, Jesus Christ was an unusual person. but always standing up outside waiting for him while he's preaching inside. What kind of insane thing is this? Would you do that? If you know God in a temple of fresh preaching inside, what you going? You're running inside. And once you're the mother, and it's your half brothers. But always stand up outside waiting and passing the field, waiting to talk to you fast and go to your place. And giving messengers to carry message to the Messiah and tell him we outside waiting to talk to you. And after Christ doing all that wonderful preaching, he presuming to rebuke Christ and say, your parents and your sisters and brothers waiting outside to talk to you. It's how we say it. That Christ has us to address him. Is that understood? Yes, my dear people. In reality, what had happened here? Christ continued staying inside and preach. He didn't go out and see them. Amen? He stayed here and he preached. What did he say? Right, so let's hear what God said about this name. Do you have your scriptures? Yes. Now you have to read it with your own eyes as I quote, right? Let's hear what God said about this name. Right? Let's hear what he said about this name. So we're taking his words. Whose words? His words. Right, let's go on. Let's read it. And God said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you. This is my name, how long? Forever. Forever. This is my name, how long? Forever. Did you see that? And this is my memorial unto what? All generations. In other words, he's saying, my memorial, you're going to remember me by this name unto what? All generations. Is this a generation now? Yes. Remember him by that name. Amen. Because it is his name what? Forever. Don't think in heaven you'll be saying Jehovah. Or some kind of ukulu or something so. In heaven, what will you be saying? Yahweh. That's right, forever. Amen, brethren? Yes, I do.
His name is Yahweh, said, right? But I think in Revelation, it said his name is the Word of God. Does it say in the Bible that his name will be Yahweh in the earth? But Revelation says his name will be, his name is the Word of God.
Revelation 19. When you read Revelation, watch me. When you read Revelation 19, and all that is probably coming to here, right? But when you read Revelation 19, you see Christ cutting down the wicked with sword. So while he's destroying the wicked, his name is called the Word of God. Yes. But not just only that, the last name given to him, while he's destroying the wicked, after the Word of God, there's another name given to him. King of Kings and what? That's the last name. But remember, when they say Lord of Lords, the actual Hebrew is God of gods. King of Kings, God of gods. That's the final way the world will know him when they are being destroyed. All the gods will know that this is the God of all gods. And all the rulers will know this is the King of what? And the final name the Bible says he has when he is destroying the earth. Amen. So those names apply to when he's what? Destroying the earth during the 7 last plagues. Right up to the last plague. But we will talk about that. Okay? Beautiful. Now, let's look a little more about this name now. Yes, brother.
What I see so far is that the philosophy of 7-day Sabbath keeping is only by divine revelation.
Yes.
Sorry, repeat it, sir.
Philosophy of 7-day Sabbath keeping is only by divine revelation.
That isn't true. Because watch me. Where would you go and find it? Nowhere. It is only God that has to reveal that to your intellect. What do you say? Amen. And that's why for the Sabbath to be planted in your mind, it has to be by the Holy Spirit. So Spirit-led people are true Sabbath keepers, not evangelical. They want Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit. You have the Holy Spirit? Is he not the Spirit of truth? Yes. And what is he true? The seventh day is the what? That is the truth. Yes, yes, Lord.
You see, no one had ever seen God but by Christ.
Amen.
Christ.
Amen.
So reject Christ to reject the Sabbath. To reject the Sabbath is to reject Christ.
Amen.
And if you reject the revelation of the one true living God, then Sunday is just the idea of a creation.
Amen. Amen.
It shows that Lucifer is very deep behind Sunday, which is a creation. And if you reject the true and living God, you will follow the philosophy of creation.
Amen. Amen. We have even touched one page, one whole page yet. And look at how much things we are seeing here. Right? As the Holy Spirit is blessed mind, speak. Okay? Now watch this. This name here, we told, it is God's name right down to the last generation. Let me see a little child here, Alexandria. How old are you? 70? How old are you? 7. 7. That's the last generation here. What is God's name? Yahweh, that's right. You see, right down to the last generation we should be doing, right? Okay? Yeah. No. The last generation is the last generation of children being born. Right? Either give a 40-year period for a generation or a 70-year period for a generation, whichever one they go. Right? But in the last 40 years, all the last generation has been here already so far. So watch me now. Watch me now. This name is used interchangeable with the word God. Amen. In your Bible. So when you say Yahweh, what are you saying? God. Come on, man. I didn't get it. When you say Yahweh, what are you saying? God. That's right. That's exactly what you're saying. Let me just give you one scripture here because we can't take all. It's too much. Alright? Psalms 47:5. Psalms 47:5. Just give you one example here. The word is used interchangeable with God. So if you say Yahweh, you cannot say dog. You cannot say man. You cannot say tree. You have to follow the biblical pattern. When they say Yahweh, what is supposed to say? God. Let's look at it here now. Psalm 47:5. It tells us, God is gone up with a shout. What else? Yahweh with the sound of a trumpet. Did you see that? Did you see that? God is used with the word what? Yahweh. So sometimes they say Yahweh, sometimes they say what? God. Same thing. That's the reason why when the 10 tribes that was serving Baal, Baal was not what you call a name, a particular name of their gods. Because in the same scripture it showed that there was worshiping Baalim, which is plenty Baals. And they had all kind of names. Baal of Hermon, Baal of this one, Baal of that, Baal of this, all kind of things. And when you find the name of those gods, they have different names. So Baal was not the real name of their gods. So, when it came out to serving Yahweh, hear what the Israelites had to say. When they give up Baal for Yahweh, they had to say, Yahweh, He is God. Yahweh, He is God. What does that mean? That when they say Yahweh, what do you say? God. You got it? Amen. So that's the first thing you learn. When you say Yahweh, who do you mean? God. That's right. But remember where you're from that name, eh? You're from 7 days Sabbath what? Command. For in 6 days, Yahweh made what? Heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that in them. Remove Yahweh and put another word. For in 6 days, God. That's right. That's right. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Did you see that? So when they say Yahweh, you're saying what? God. Get up there, right? Let's look again. Right. Let's look at Deuteronomy 4:39. Okay, hold on here. Look at Isaiah 54:5. You look at those other scriptures another time. Isaiah 54:5. I'm just giving you one of them. I'm not going to give you all because of a time sake. But nevertheless, the scripture tells us. Is it found? What does it say? For thy maker is thy husband. Yahweh of hosts is his name. And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The what? God of the whole earth. Did you understand? So when he said Yahweh, he is God of the what? Whole earth. All the rest are idols. That's what Psalms shows. All the rest are what? Idols. The gods of the nations are idols. So when you say Yahweh, you mean the God of the what? Whole earth. So a person saying he's worshiping Allah, 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 that is not Yahweh. That's an idol. A person saying the Buddha, that is not God. That is a what? An idol. A person saying Pope, that is not God. That is a what? An idol in a house. Is that understood, my dear brethren? So, but when you say Yahweh, you're talking about the God of the what? Whole earth. You know which people out there don't know that? You know what people when they tell God, they just say, well, everybody worshiping God in their own way. Oh, no, 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 no. God says, I am the way. You don't worship God in your way. Because sinful you cannot tell God how you want him to accept you. It's God have to tell sinful you how he is to be accepted. Amen, brethren? Amen. You can't tell him, he has to tell you. And the point about it is this, once you have Yahweh, you're talking about God. But you're talking about God of the what? Whole earth. All the rest are idols. They could call him what they want. So don't even think that Allah is Yahweh. Because Yahweh says, thou shalt not commit adultery. Allah says, take 4. But then Muhammad had 13. So he practiced discrimination. And let me tell you, the Muslims say this. There's a way to make your wife obey. They say, beat her. Beat her. And there are videos of many women with their eyes bruised up and their face mashed up from the Muslims to make your wife submit. Yahweh says, no, 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 no. Amen, brethren? Yahweh says, no violence, none whatsoever. What did he say? In school they say they must respect other people's religion. You want to tell them something? Huh? I was told that by one of those trade union leaders who today was the head of a political party for the elections. I point to the Hindu scriptures and I show him, look, it's saying you could beat and rape a woman. It says you could beat a woman and rape her. If she don't submit to sexual intercourse, beat her and rape her. Look, the scriptures are saying that. But while I was saying it, Sat Maharaj and one of his disciples, who was a political person in Trinidad here, said, no, 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 no. These scriptures are saying, and they're trying to jog out my voice. I'm trying to explain and they're trying to jog out my voice. When I said, well, look, it said, let me read it, let me say it, they say, no, 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 you don't have to read anything. But at that time, the political leader of that party, he was a commentator then. And this is what he said. So I appealed to him and said, well, let me read the book. Let me read the book, please. Look, I have it here. They have nothing they're afraid of. If it is there, it is there. If it is not there, it's not there. And the head of the Mahasama and his disciples started get on and say, no, no. You know what the political leader said? They can't have something like that in the scripture. And he stopped me from reading. He concluded they cannot have something like that in the scripture, and he stopped me from reading. It's like a magistrate in South. This magistrate, a woman, this Hindu fella was smoking weed. And when he was smoking weed, the police caught him and they charged him and they bring him before the magistrate. When the magistrate asked him, why are you smoking weed? He said, because my scriptures tell me to do so. She said, what? He said, I was just obeying my scriptures. The ignorant, foolish magistrate don't know that the Hindu scriptures tell men they could smoke marijuana. Alright? And said, the scriptures couldn't possibly say that. And she fined him. Well, you need to get fined because the scriptures tell you to do wrong. I think you need to get fined. But she tell him, no, no, no. The scriptures cannot possibly say that. They always seem to give the impression that these scriptures are like the Bible. They're not like the Bible. So, ask the teacher, Miss, should I respect a religion that teaches you to beat up my mother? Just ask it. Should I respect a religion that teaches me that say my mother must be beaten up? Hear what you'll tell her. They tell no religion teaches that. Miss, how do you know you study every religion? Ask it. You never know what will happen. Amen? You may not have the same teacher, but you have better knowledge to deal with any other teacher, right? 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 How old are you? 17? 7. I'll remember that. Okay, so my dear brethren, right? So we understand, right? So far, okay? Right, so now watch this here now. So Yahweh is the God of the whole earth, okay? Watch this again. Whenever you say Yahweh, you are also saying what? Most High. When you say Yahweh, you're also saying what? Most High. Let's look at this one. Turn first to Psalms 91:9. Start here. Let's start here. Psalms 91:9. Is it found? Notice this. Notice what you read here in verse 9. Because thou hast made Yahweh. Did you see that? Because thou hast made what? Yahweh, which is my what? Refuge. Even what? The Most High, thy what? That's right. So Yahweh is the what? Most High. So the word Yahweh is used interchangeably with the word Most High. Amen, brethren? Did you see that? So the name, that peculiar name, you found it in the 7th-day Sabbath. When you look it up, you'll see that is his name forever. He's the God of the whole earth. But also, this same Yahweh is also the Most High. Let's look at another one. 83:18. You like how that verse is written, don't you? You love how that verse is written? This is that men may know. Did you see that? So God wants you to know. He wants everybody to know. Amen? Did you see that? Listen, we are preaching simple things here. This is simple. This is no big hard things too hard to understand. Listen, let me read it to you. It says here, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh. Jehovah is not the right word here. The word is Yahweh. So even though you see Jehovah written in the English Bible, when this was translated in the year 1611, the translators did not know to use the word Yahweh. So when they see the word Yahweh, they'll put capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D. But since at that time they know Jehovah from the Talmudic Jews, they used to put the word Jehovah. So this is in one case they put it here, and in a couple more cases. But the actual word is Yahweh. How do you know? You want to say, praise God. Hear you. Hallelujah.
Yes.
He doesn't say hallelujah. Do you? No. You don't say hallelujah. You say what? Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Amen? Yah is short for Yahweh. Amen, brethren? And the word hallelujah means praise Yahweh. So anytime you say hallelujah, you're saying praise Yahweh. But you don't even know it. But it's in your language, show me the name. Does that understand? It's right here. Yeah. Huh?
All my name.
Isaiah. You see, Isaiah, I didn't say Isaiah Jehovah. Did he say that? Jeremiah. They said Jeremiah. They didn't say Jeremiah Jehovah. Amen, brother? And it still doesn't say Jeremiah Jah. So the bastards got it wrong still. Amen? And it's not, I want you to watch. Jah Rastafari. Ras means Mr. in Amharic. It means Mr. in Amharic. Right? And Tafari is the name of Emperor Haile Selassie. His name is Tafari. So when it says Jah, Mr. Tafari, you're actually calling that man your God. And he's dead. Your God was strangled in his bed because he robbed his people their money. And then they take him, put his body in a toilet, an outside toilet, and they burn it there. That is how their God died. Miriam Haley, the leader, took him, strangled him in his bed. He was an old man. Take him and put him in an outside toilet, stuff him down in the silt, and they burn his body there. They burn everything down. That's how Jah, Mr. Tafari died. Shame on you, Rasta. Shame on you. It's about time you have to stop letting the devil make you a fool. And that's why I often tell you people here, my dear brethren, the devil and his evil angels like to ridicule us. They like to laugh at us. They get joy and kicks making us foolish. When they say do something foolish, they just make representation to holy angels who are down here to protect you and say, look what you protecting. A person serving a dead man whose own sins caused him to die. Look who he's serving. What are you talking? Don't protect him. Let us get at him. And the angels have to say, no, Yahweh says he's going to get to learn the truth before.
Amen. Mercy.
Amen? They ridicule us. They say, look into this here. Fellas are reaching the mouth stuffed with meat. Look into this here. Say he's a vegan, when you look at the mouth stuffed with meat. You understand? And then they start ridiculing meat mouth tools here, meat mouth tools here. You don't hear them, you know. But they're ridiculing you. Ridiculing you. And having big second party over us. That's how they are. They are not your friends. Amen? Amen? They are not your friends. And do not try to appease them. They'll ruin you. Is that understood? Watch yourself. They don't care for you. They don't love you. When they see you crying under your pressure and this way, they just laugh at it. When they could put pressure and make you shame and make you cry, they rejoice that they could do it. When they have you frustrated and depressed, they feel good to know you suffering. They say, we suffering too, you don't have it, you want to suffer too. Christ died for you, you get special favor, you have grace, you don't want you to have that way. Suffer. And they put you under pressure. Is that understood? They're not your friends. They are your enemies. They hate you. And the only reason why we are protected now is because of Christ. What do you say? Because not much time saying holy angels and say, oh my God, I cannot look at the sight of this tooth here. Do you not know how they want to leave? But if they leave you without protection, so the evil angel just waiting there for when they're ready to leave. But God says, stay. And they stay, they give you another chance. What do you see? Amen. So that is the reason why, my dear brethren, we should be thankful to God. What do you say? Right? Now notice here the word It says that men may know that thou whose name alone, whose name what? Alone. Is what? Yahweh. So that nobody else with the name of Yahweh, meaningfully or sensibly. If an idol try to get that name as they tried in Isaiah 42:8, it doesn't work. Because they are not the what? Most High. If the idol are the Most High, why does somebody have to carry the Most High? Why do you have to carry the Most High on sticks? And they pray to the Most High over and over, and the Most High like he's stone deaf. Because he's stone. That's right. So now it says, God, his name alone is what? Yahweh. That's right. Is the what? Most High. Is the what? Most High. Over what? All the earth. How much? All the earth. That's right. So the word Yahweh, it means also what? Most High. And over all the earth. Amen, brethren? Now remember this. Don't forget this. You found this peculiar name 3 times in the Sabbath clause. The only name in the clause. The name identified as the Creator. And that same Yahweh tell you, my name is that same name for all generations. Amen? Amen. And he says, remember me by that name, by memorial name. Remember me by that name. When you check it out, you found out that that same Yahweh is the same as what? God. That same Yahweh is the same as what? Most High. Isn't that wonderful? Amen. Isn't that wonderful? Amen. Right. Watch this. That same Yahweh is also identified as Savior. But not just Savior. Savior of the whole world. So you have no other Savior but Him. Amen? 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 Amen. So the shock when they check out, how do we say that Jesus Yahshua like Yahweh? How do we say that? It's just Yahweh taking his name and putting another word with his name, you know, to show what he's doing here on the earth. You know. Imagine Yahweh came here on the earth, he put another name with his name to show what he's doing on the earth. Did you see that? Amen. Listen man, there's big mysteries here yet start to dig in. The mysteries your mind hasn't yet start to contemplate. But let's just look and say here quickly. We go to Isaiah 45, 21 and 22. Isaiah 45, 21 and 22. Did you see that here now? Let's read 21 for the background. Tell ye and bring them near. Yea, let them take counsel together. Who had declared this from ancient times? Who had told it from that time? Have not I, Yahweh? Did you see that? So God is saying, assemble a whole set of counsels together, let them tell you. Let them tell you who told you this from ancient times. Wasn't that I, Yahweh? Let's read on. Have not I, Yahweh? And there is what? No God else beside me. A what? Just God. And a what? Savior. What else does he say? There is none beside me. Then what does he say? Look unto me and what? Be saved. How much? All the ends of the earth. Amen. So he's Savior of all the ends of the earth. So whenever they say Yahweh, they say global Savior. But wait. Is it not true you found that name Yahweh in the Sabbath? Yes. Is it not true that the Sabbath will determine the end of the world? Yes. So it would mean to say when you preach in the Sabbath, you will find the name of the global Savior in it. Yes. You see that one is, that's what passed away and so. When you preach in the Sabbath, in the end, it's a global thing. Because remember, it is changing that determines the end of the world, whole earth. When you preach in the Sabbath in the end, you're going to find the name of the global Savior there. That way, when you preach in the Sabbath, you will have to tell everybody in the earth, that is the global Savior. So therefore it's his day after honor. What did he say? Yeah. Because you will find the name of the global Savior there. Let's see what they said about Jesus in John 4:24. John 4:42, sorry.
You're right, because the Sabbath shows that God is anti-dualism.
Amen. Amen. Wonderful. Watch at this beautiful scripture here, right? Watch at this one. Watch at this scripture here. Right, so we're looking at John chapter 4 and verse 42. Right? Watch at this beautiful scripture. Watch. And said unto the woman, now we believe, not because of thy saying, for we have heard him what? Ourselves. And know that this is indeed the Christ. The what?
Savior of the world.
Global Savior. The Christ. The word Christ there means anointed. In other words, some man was anointed to walk on the earth with the Savior of the world in him. Some man was anointed by God or Messiah to walk on the earth with the Savior of the world in him. Amen, brethren? Amen? Amen. And that's the way we know that's the Messiah, the Savior of the world. So the Savior of the world, Yahweh, was in him. Amen, brethren? That's why he said, look unto me, all the ends of the Vatican. You want to be saved? Look at Yahweh. Amen. Chinese, you want to be saved? Just stop following Rothschild and leading you down a wrong path. Look at Yahweh. Russians, you want to be saved? Look at Yahweh. Americans, you want to be saved? Look at Yahweh. Iranians, you want to be saved? For God's sake, stop following Muhammad's son, who was murdered. Start looking at Yahweh. Saudi Arabia, you want to be saved? Stop being the biggest hypocrite and terrorist nation in the Middle East. Biggest hypocrite and terrorist nation in the Middle East. We declare to you before God, stop being the biggest terrorist nation before you and look to Yahweh. His name is Yahweh, not Allah. Amen. That's what we tell you. That's what we say to you. He is the Savior of the world. Yes, brother.
Look at some, all the prophets of God, including Jesus.
Yeah.
They died for the word of God and the testimony of Yahweh. But Rastafari, he didn't die for the word of God and testimony of Jesus. Neither did Muhammad.
Muhammad was poisoned. Neither did Buddha. He just disobeyed God's law. He eat pork and he gets his century and die. They lie. They lie. The lying Buddhists. The lying Buddhists. He eat pork and he died from the pork. Yes, my Lord.
So that strike my mind, right? Yahweh being Savior to the whole world.
Yes.
Right? And Yahweh who is Savior is found in the Sabbath.
Yes.
Therefore the salvation of the earth is tied to the Sabbath. So for them to reject the Sabbath is for them to reject salvation.
Yeah.
Therefore for the Pentecostal, Baptist, whoever, salvation for them is tied to Sabbath, keeping on Sunday. So Sunday is a defiance of salvation, or rejection of salvation.
It's arrogance in the form of a day. When you exalt the day, you get more arrogant. You exalt the day, you get more arrogant. It's a circle. The more you do wrong with regards to that, the more you get arrogant. Until you have the epitome of arrogance in an office. Amen? Right. Now watch this again. Let's go to Jesus, Yahshua. Let's go to this one now, quickly. Watch this. First letter Matthew 1:21. Matthew 1:21. Watch this one. Watch something here, right? Matthew 1:21. Matthew 1:21. You found it? Now watch this. Let's go to the scriptures again. Let's see this beautiful thing here. Watch this. Read it. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name what? Jesus, for he shall what? Save his people from their sins. Alright? So watch. If you were Greek speaking Greek, you would say Yusos. Yusos. If you were speaking Hebrew, you would say Yeshua. So the Hebrew would say Yeshua. The Greek would say Yusos. The English Yusos is Jesus. The Spanish is spelled the same way, but they say Jesus. But when they say Jesus, when they say Jesus, when they say Yusos or Yeshua, it's the same. It's just different ways of saying the same word. So when we say Jesus, we look at the original Hebrew, which is what? Yeshua. Notice what it says, his name shall be called Jesus, for he shall save his people what? From their sins. The reason for the name is his saving his people.
Amen. Amen.
The reason for the name is his saving his people from their sins. So what does the name Yeshua mean? I'm putting it on the board here. Tell me if you find this, when you give me some scripture, and tell me what you find. So Yah is the short for what? And Shua is what? Savior. Some people say saves or so. That's just the verb. We're not dealing with the verb. We're not dealing with what he's doing. We're dealing with who he is. Because before he saves, he must be the Savior. Before he creates, he must be the what? Creator, or else he can't create. So we deal with the norm, right? We deal with the norm, right? So when you say Yeshua or Jesus, what are you saying? Yahweh. You just take the name Yahweh and you put it with what he is doing. And you get Yeshua. It's the same Yahweh, but you just identify him as what? Savior. When you take this name Yahweh here, and you put the Hebrew word for Savior here, you get Yeshua. That's all. So it's not a new person. It's the same nature. But you identify what the divine nature is what? Doing. Tell me what you see. I want you to look for this name. Alright? Oh. Look for this name, which is this, in a couple of scriptures that I will give you. And you find it, you will say, this is Yahweh, this is Savior in it here, Yeshua, or Jesus. Right? Okay. Isaiah. You look at Hosea 13:4 for us. Alexandria, Isaiah 43:11, you find that. And you sister, yes you. Isaiah 45:21, find it. Brother Isaiah, you too. Ramadan. Alexandria. You have a big motive to talk louder than you, yeah? Right.
Right. Grace and peace, everyone. Pleasant Sabbath again. Yeah. It was chapter 13, verses 4. Yet I am Yahweh, thy name. That's now. Yet I am Yahweh, Yahweh, thy God, from the land of Egypt, and thou shalt know no God but me, for there is no Savior besides me. So I, Yahweh, is the true Savior, because it have no other gods beside Yahweh.
And remove the word and. What did you find here? What did you find here?
Yahweh.
What other word did you find here?
Savior.
Right, so putting two words together, and what do you get?
Yahweh.
And what do you get? That's right. You see it? You see it here? Alexandria. Amen. So what did you just see there? What did you see there? Which is? Amen. Amen. How old are you? 7. Yes, sister. Stand up. Yes, sister. Yes. Stand up. 45. 21. Now you may find that I show this. You find I show this upon you suddenly. There's a reason why. You can do it. You should be able to do it. Because sometimes it happens to you suddenly. You must be prepared to give an answer. Now read, like you read, to the school.
Isaiah 45 verse 21 says, Tell ye and bring them in, ye let them take counsel together, who hath declared this from ancient time, who hath told it from that time, have not I the Lord, and there is no God else beside me, a just God and a Savior, there is none beside me.
Alright, so instead of Lord, what would you say? Yahweh. Right? Capital L, capital O, capital R, capital V is Yahweh. So just read that part of it. Do you know? Have not, go ahead.
Have not and the Lord.
Have not I,
Have not and
Yahweh.
I the Lord.
Say Yahweh, because that's the actual word. Have not.
Have not I the Yahweh.
One more, whenever you say Yahweh, you leave out the verb. It's not in the original. There is no verb here in the Hebrew. So leave it off. So say it now. Have not, go ahead.
I Yahweh, and there is no Yahweh else beside me.
No God. There is no.
There is no God else beside me. Just God and a Savior. There is no beside me.
Right, so what did you see there? You see what?
Yahweh.
And what is all?
Savior.
And what is that?
Yahshua.
So that's all. So when you say Jesus, you can sit down like this. You did good. But watch me. Practice make perfect. When you wanna do it, but I'm not a big singer now. Anyhow, so watch me now. Watch me now. When you take Yahweh and you put it with the word what? Savior. What do you get?
Yahshua.
That's right. So that Yahweh is who?
Yahshua.
That's right. That's that name here. How do you know? You imagine here Jesus. The Son of Man is Yahweh also on the Sabbath day. Did you not say that?
Yes.
Did you not say that?
Yes.
Imagine Jesus. The Son of Man is Yahweh also. In other words, he is saying, the word Yahweh is saying the Sabbath is me.
Yes.
That's what he said, it's me. You understand? So the Jews are not misbehaving. Oh, look at you. You're making the disciples work calling her and leave on the Sabbath day and so on. Jesus says, the Sabbath was made for man to benefit. And that man what? For the Sabbath to benefit. Therefore the Son of Man is Yahweh, also the Sabbath. So the one you're looking at here is the Yahweh the Sabbath. Therefore I can tell you this. And you're supposed to follow. Amen, brethren? Did you see the beauty in that? Did you see the beauty in that? So you know one thing for sure. Yahshua is when he said Yahweh was Savior. Amen? So somebody come and but look, he had a body on you, so what? So Yahweh cannot come in any one body. Isn't he God? You see, Muslims always come and say, oh my God, God can't come in human flesh. I ask why? But Because he will be polluted. So you mean to say flesh can pollute God? I thought God would purify the flesh. I say it's not. I say listen to me. If you take dead flies and you put it in an ointment, what will happen? The ointment would make the flies what? Smell nice. The dead flies will what? Make the ointment get what? Rotten. You cannot take that and apply it to God. If he come in a human body, he won't become rotten. That's what that scripture is telling you, you know. God doesn't lose anything by coming in what? Human flesh. But the human flesh gets something. That's why he want to dwell in us. Amen? Amen? Because when he comes in us, we don't pollute him. He what? The issue of dead flies in the ointment doesn't apply to God dwelling in human flesh. What do you say? Amen. Remember that, right? Amen. That's a beautiful truth, you know. I hope we ain't going to up on Everest. Right, so watch this again quickly so we know more side. We see Savior, we see God, we see Jesus or Yahshua. Quickly. Let's speed up. Yahweh is king. But he's not just king. He's king over all the earth. What does this mean? He's king of Russia. He's king of China. He just allowed the North Korean dictator to have power over that land, but he's king over the North Korean dictator. He could just do so. And his bread goes. That's all. When Barack Obama was president and writing law that big men could go in a little girl's toilet, you know what people went in the toilet and harassed little girls? One of them even was to be carried to court for sexually advancing and the little girls going in a little girl's toilet. And you know what? They released him. Why the court released him? Because he didn't break the law going there. And that's what Barack Obama, 2 daughters did. I say, shame on you, Obama. Thank God that when Trump came in power, he said, get out of the bathroom. And he passed a law and he tell the men to what? Keep out. And the Sodomites vexed. And why the Sodomites vexed? Because to them, that law was a dream for sexual abuse of children. That law was a dream. And now Donald Trump came into power. They had big marching. When I had shown you the film with them marching and fire and brimstone coming at them, some of them marching was because Donald Trump ended bathroom laws. They wanted them to keep that filthy law in place. I am telling you, if I had a little daughter and she's now going in a toilet there and a man looking to come there, he'd have to pass over this man first with Christ in him. Amen, brother? Not reaching there. What do you see? Not reaching there. Right? So, Yahweh is king over all of them. He was king over Obama. He just allowed them to prove themselves. They were tested and they failed. What do you say? Bitterly. Amen? Now, while Donald Trump is the one there, most likely that will bring this Sunday law, he said something very good. He said, in the Western world, we still have something we want. And we all want God. And he had the Polish crowd saying, God, 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 God. Amen, brother? He says in America, we don't worship government, we worship God. What do you say? Amen. And we say amen to that, amen? But just live up to your, we are watching. Amen, brother? Amen. Now, let's look at the scripture here that shows he's king over all you. Psalms 47. We'll read 2, we'll read 7, and then we'll read 8. Yes. 47, 2, 7, and 8. We read. For Yahweh Most High. You didn't get that one. For what? Yahweh. The same as what? Most High. Did you see that? Isn't that wonderful? It says, for Yahweh Most High is what? Terrible. He is a what? Great king. What? You see, you have to understand, whenever you say Yahweh and you say God, it's not only God you're talking about, you're also talking about a king. But a global king. Let me just let's just back. Let's read the other verses first and then you just back step a bit and look at something. Watch it. Verse 7 and 8. Yahweh of hosts is, sorry, my mistake, sorry. For God is the one, King of what? All the earth. Sing you what? Praises with what? Understanding. So some people praise without understanding. But they say praises with what? Understanding. Verse 8. God reigning over whom? The heathen. God sitting upon the what? Throne of his holiness. That's right. Great King of all the earth. Now let's just back step a little bit something here. You must remember when you say Yahweh, Yahweh does not only point to God. Yahweh also is a king. An actual ruler, a king over all the earth. That's what he is. So if you ask yourself, who is this Yahweh I am serving? You are actually serving a king. You have a political leader already. You're not hearing me. You have a political leader above a prime minister. A prime, like you know, prime, the word prime is best. Prime minister. He's better than a what? Prime minister. A president means somebody who presides over a meeting. He's more than a president. You understand? A premier. A premier means one standing out above the others. He is more than a premier. He's the most premier. The most high. But he's also king. That's right. So you already have a political leader. That's what you need to know. When you leave this building and you're going home tonight, remember you already have a political leader. And that is Yahweh. So Yahweh is also king. But not king just of America, of France, of the whole world. This includes Trinidad and Tobago. Amen, brethren? You go in Kenya. You go in Lake Victoria. As a country in Africa. As you leave the mainland Kenya and you go in Lake Victoria, you meet an island big from like here down to the center. That's how big the island is. The most densely packed island and populated. Every spot is a house. Only narrow to go. And more than 500 people live in there in that jam-packed space. They get their jobs by fishing in the lake. It's densely packed. Two countries almost came to war over that little thing. They almost fight for that little thing from just here to down by the community center, packed with more than 500 to 700 people. They almost fight so that they will kill everybody out. And they were stopped by negotiation. All the people do is to get money from fishing. Then they open a lot of prostitute clubs there. There's a lot of prostitute places there. So people will come from America, come from Europe, take a boat, go to this little island, and have all the prostitution they want. Nobody can touch them. But guess what? God is king over there too. Yes. Amen? Yes. God is king over there too. He is king over there too. He's king over all the earth. Is that understood, my dear brethren? You get that right? So when you say Yahweh, they say he's what? Global king. Amen? Now that name that you found in the 7th-day Sabbath, you found out that that name is the name of a global king. The only global king. Now could you tell me something now? Who would want to fight against the 7th-day Sabbath with a Sunday law? When the name of the global king is already there? Do you understand now how much the Sabbath is going to help you in the last crisis? But wait, let me give you two last things here. Alright? Let's look at Judge. Psalms 94. We will read 1 and 2. It says, O Lord God. It says, O Yahweh God, to whom vengeance belongeth. O God, to whom vengeance belongeth. O Yahweh God, to whom vengeance belongeth. Show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Thou what? Judge of the earth. Now there are other scriptures. But who is the judge of the earth? Yahweh. So when you saw that name there in the seventh-day Sabbath, you are actually looking at the name of the judge of the whole earth. That's you and I. How dare you feel you are something so big? Look, the judge of the earth name right here. And he's going to judge you and I. Whether it's 7 or 17. He's going to judge you. Okay? Let's look at one more now. Let's look at lawgiver. Isaiah 23, 22. Yes.
It's on verse 20.
Oh, sorry, let me go back. 94, 20. 94, and the one verse 20, right? Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? Wow, that is so good, but that applies to later. The throne of mischief. That is one who claims to be God, what? With God. Like mischief. You're on the throne of what? Mischief. And you're going to frame a law, and we'll deal with that later. Now, quickly now, one last thing, lawgiver. Isaiah 33, 22. Quickly. Isaiah 33, 22. And we have 4 of the things here in that text. That's right. My brother saw it, yes. I should have let me say it first. 4 of the things here in that text. Let's read it. For Yahweh is our judge. There we go again. Yahweh is our what? Lawgiver. There we go again. Yahweh is our King. There we go again. And he will what? Save us. Savior. Did you see it there, my dear brethren? Did you all see it? So what do we have here? Isn't that wonderful? Now you see why I'm telling you here. None of these scriptures was here by chance. God put those scriptures here because He knew we would use it. He would give us a way to use them to understand certain important things. Are you understanding now? Yes. Let me know, are you catching it now? Yes. Right, so imagine this now. The name you found in the seventh-day Sabbath, first time you get that name there, first time you got that name in any law, there is no law that God has given that has His name so explicit in it. Notice His name in that law. You found out who that Yahweh was. You found out that He's supposed to have that name forever as a remembrance of Him. It's His eternal name. It's used interchangeable way. God. He is Savior. That name is the Most High. Same thing. That name is Lawgiver, Global King. That name is Yeshua, Jesus, Judge, etc. You found out all of that about that name in the Sabbath. So what does all that mean for the seventh-day Sabbath for you? If God gave you the seventh-day Sabbath, look at what that name means for you in the seventh-day Sabbath. But let me just give you one more thing before we stop here, because we'll continue to see this. Yes, my dear sister. Quickly.
Grace and peace. What I was seeing is 2 things, right? One, you see our birth as Seventh-day Adventists coming from the seventh-day Sabbath. You see it also with the preaching of the 4 angels' messages, showing judgment will come unto all those who work iniquity. They will receive of the plagues, right? And of course, taste of the second death. Right? But it starts off with the first angel message showing that you must fear God, right? And give glory unto Him. And it showed who made the heaven, the earth, the sea, the fountains and waters, showing that He is Yahweh of the Sabbath. Right? And the second thing, also when you see with the sealing of the people of God, is sealed with the knowledge of God, as shown in the seventh-day Sabbath, they are sealed with the Father's name written in their foreheads. So it is a most beautiful thing to see that once you have this knowledge, you will be sealed by God's grace.
Amen, amen. Yes, brother.
Yeah, and nice thought strike my mind still up here, right?
Nice thought strike you, yes.
Yes, let's sum it up, right? To live through the time of God's judgment upon the earth through the time of the plagues is to have the understanding of God, the name of God as it is shown in the Sabbath. Because you must understand God as judge and his justice in judging the earth. So in order to live through the time of the plague, to learn the different principles God will be establishing with his name and his seal of authority with plagues. The 7 plagues is to establish Yahweh's name and the seal of his authority to the mind of the saints.
Amen. Amen. Now watch this here, my dear brethren. Watch this beautiful thing here. The 7th-day Sabbath is identified as the seal of God. We're not dealing with a stamp seal or like that just so. We're dealing with a seal before you stamp it. Alright? A seal before you stamp it. You will see. It's a seal, the 7th-day Sabbath is the seal of God. A seal must have 3 basic things in it. A seal must have the name of the king. It must have his what? Authority. And it must have his what? Territory. Now you see, a Bible gives you various things to put together. Many times when God does something, he says, and you will know that I, Yahweh. It didn't say, I am Yahweh. That's what you will see in the English. But if you look at it, he said, I, Yahweh. Think of somebody who gets in the church, I, Yahweh. Almost like a boast, but with him it's not a boast. It is an affirmation of his authority. So when he said, I, Yahweh, he said, when I do this, you will know I, Yahweh. That's what he said. And he has full rights to say that. What did he say? Amen. Too much enemies here, too much enemies. But watch this. Yeah. Take the Exodus 20 in the mind.
Yeah. When I read this in scripture, I was seeing because it can't no go and after have a savior. Then after it can't no go, then I, Yahweh, is the savior. You know?
Yes. Amen. So, we know what a seal is, and we studied this before here, right? A seal is a signet of the authority of a king. Kings used to have their seals on their ring. And a person would have clay, and they would press the seal on the clay, and then that clay will dry, and seal it up a letter or scroll, and they will deliver it with the king's signet or the king's seal on it, right? So a seal has, let's look, the Sabbath is Yahweh's seal. So if it is Yahweh's seal, how do you know? He would have his name on it. He will have his authority expressed in it, and he will have his territory expressed in it. That's how you know. That's what he would have in the seal. But even more, if he has this as a seal, the word seal is also used as a sign. So if you want to know, the sign of King Hezekiah is the seal of King Hezekiah, which he used. His signet. So the word seal, sign, same thing. So here, get ready for this. The 7th-day Sabbath is also a political statement about Yahweh God. You didn't hear what I just said. The 7th-day Sabbath is a political statement about God. Have you ever asked yourself the question, why is it that the New World Order have to attack the Sabbath for them to get you? Do you know why? Listen, look. There is an Adventist who's keeping the Sabbath. Why are you attacking the Sabbath? They are attacking the Sabbath because they view the Sabbath the right way, as a political statement of a God whose subjects are there following him and they're not following their world order. When they look at you, they say, so you are not following our politics. You have a different king, a different ruler, and you are following his politics. As far as they're concerned, you are breaking their global politics because you are following a God with a political statement. And they don't want that. That's why you already tell you have a king already. Hello? You already have your political leader. Let's read this Sabbath-day Sabbath and see this here. Let's look for his name. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, verse 8. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of what? Yahweh thy God. So his name is Yahweh. Did you see that? Did you see that? His name is Yahweh. So the 7th day Sabbath, which is the seal of God, tells us his name is what? Yahweh. You see it here? You see how simple it is? Now let's look at him. You can find his authority. And the territory he has this authority over. Let's read. Oh, we found it in verse 11. For in 6 days Yahweh made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wait now. Yahweh made. So that clearly shows Yahweh what? Created. So his authority is easy what? Created. He made everything. But the heavens and the earth and all that in them is. Did you see that? That's his what? Territory. The heavens, not heaven. Heavens, plural. And the earth. This heaven, heaven and outer space, heaven actually where the throne is. The three heavens as Paul says. He made what? Heaven and the earth. And all that in them is. Did you see that, my dear brethren? So what have you found out here? You have found out here that as far as the 7th day Sabbath shows, it is the seal of God, it has his name, it has his authority, and it has his what? Territory in it. Now let's see the Sabbath, which is the seal of God, is a seal of what? Or is a sign of what? Ezekiel 20:20. Ezekiel 20:20. We read. And hallow my what? Sabbath, and there shall be a sign. There's the seal of God. Between me and you, did you just see that, my dear brethren? That you may know, there is the knowledge bearing again. Right? There is the knowledge bearing again. That you may know that what? I, Yahweh, your God. The arm is not there. That you may know what? I, Yahweh, your God. So the Sabbath is the sign of what? I, Yahweh. Amen, brethren? And as the sign of the seal, it has his name, his authority, and his territory in it. But who is this I, Yahweh? He is ruler of the heavens and the earth. That's what your Bible tells you. Remember you saw it? He is ruler of the whole earth. Let's see ruler of the heavens and the earth quickly. Look at Daniel chapter 4, Jeremiah 10:10. And then we'll stop it after Daniel. Then we'll stop it. So Jeremiah 10:10. What does this tell us? Yes.
I just reading that last text, right? Revelation 14:7, which I from my mind, right? It says, say with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him. For the hour of his judgment is come. So we see God is what? Judge, right?
Yeah.
And it said, and worship. So it's a call to worship. Worship who? Him that made heaven and earth. That is dominion.
Yes.
Right?
Made creator.
Yes. Heaven and earth. And the sea and the fountains of water. So,
you mean to say you're preaching the Sabbath?
right. So it's a
You see? Look, I didn't say, and look, you got to see it by implication. That's why I tell you the Sabbath is important in the final crisis. When that Sabbath is there, you're going to see plenty things to do. We ain't started yet. Alright? I am on page 4. And I have 13 pages. But I'll, you know, we can do a little elaboration here. Yeah.
As I said, it's important in the final battle because look at verse 9. Verse 7 is a call to worship the Creator. And the Sabbath shows that Yahweh is the Creator. But verse 9 is a warning not to worship the beast.
And the image.
So then the argument in the end is about worship between the Creator and the beast. And to worship the Creator in the end is to exalt the 7-day Sabbath.
Amen. One of the context. But there's still something we haven't seen yet. That will be reserved for the later chapters, which is outlined here in the Bible. We come into that, but not right now. We'll do this evening. Yes, not yet. Alright, 7 years old, you didn't take first. Go ahead, my dear sister Alexander. Didn't hear you? Hebrews 11:3. Go ahead, my dear. Amen. So the worlds were framed by the word of God. How old are you? 7. And you read that for me so. I'm going to give you a job to do. I'll make you a teacher. I'll give you a job to teach some people. Yes, brother, pick me now.
And so now I was explaining this for the Sabbath
Yes.
against the new world order.
Yes.
And he was explaining that they know that the Sabbath is something political. What impressed upon my mind is with Psalm chapter 2. They say, let us cast your cords that bind them underneath what? His policy or his rule.
Right, that is the king of the south.
That is the king of the south.
Yeah, but we come into that in a short while.
Alright, I'm right here to show when they say thank you, Sabbath.
Yeah, we're coming there. We're coming. Alright, go quickly, Jeremiah 10:10. And then we'll have one more set of scriptures and we stop here. Jeremiah 10:10. But Yahweh is what? He is what? The true God. He is what? The living God. And what? And what? An everlasting King. That's what you have to understand. When you say Yahweh, you're not just talking about God. You're talking about a king. That's right. A king. And why does this king say he will do this? Let's read. And an everlasting king. At what? His wrath, the earth shall what? Tremble, and the nation shall not be able to abide his what? Indignation. His holy wrath. Why does he say that? Because he's a king who will put retribution upon people because he is judge. Judge of the whole earth. Is that understood? So I will just refer to the scripture here and we'll stop here. Daniel 4, 17, 25, 32, 37 shows that Yahweh is the ruler of the heaven and the earth. And guess what? Do you know what Daniel did? Are you listening to me? Daniel took the 7th-day Sabbath and used it to convert Nebuchadnezzar. You didn't know that? You didn't know Nebuchadnezzar became converted over the 7th-day Sabbath. No, it's time Daniel preached to him and he was hardened. Until eventually a big event happened to him and then he learned what Daniel was teaching him. That the Most High is the ruler of the what? Heavens and the earth. That's what he learned. He learned, I am just a king here. But he set up who he want to set up, and he will take down who he want to take down. I am just an ordinary officer here. The Most High ruleth in the kingdoms of men. That's what he learned. No true history today represents the extent of Nebuchadnezzar's domain. Listen to me. When they take the map books about the Babylonian Empire, they never show you that they were ruling over Egypt. Babylon's territory was over Egypt. They never shared. Babylon was doing quite Spain. Quite over Spain. If you would go on ships to quite Spain, Nebuchadnezzar had troops quite in Spain. Of all his great kingdom, he learned. You see me? I'm just a law officer. God set up and he will take down. But the Most High ruling in the kingdoms of men. That's what he learned. He learned that from the seventh-day Sabbath. What do you say, brother? And after this, on to the final issues now. So now that you have understood the sense of the name Yahweh, now you have to look at the vehicle that bears that name, the seventh-day Sabbath, in the final conflict. You see what it took us to see? Watch me. True Bible study made us understand and appreciate the name in the seventh-day Sabbath. It made us appreciate what we are saying when we say that. So that now with that understanding, we can now plunge out and understand the final events. Not going into this now. Just take a look at one of the next shot after this. We'll start this evening from here. Next shot. Don't pause this one, let it run. Watch this. Two global powers fighting for the rulership of the earth and the what? And the what? Look the king of the north here. And look the king of the south here, the Rothschild. But let it run. It's going to change in a while. One of them. Could you imagine that? This is what we want to do. Two of them are fighting to control here, but guess what? It already have a king over what? All the earth. You see? There is already a king. Oops. The Illuminati. That's right. The king of the south is who? Illuminati. That's right. What? Novus Ordo Seclorum. Right? New secular order. Right? And yet, quietus. We conceive a new secular order. The eye of the pyramid. You see that? This first position. Right? So we're going to talk about this evening. You want to see the king of the north and the king of the south. Seeking to take control of this world. And the value of the Sabbath in the midst of that. What are you going to tell them about the Sabbath? Right now, what these people are telling you is that it has multitude, 53 genders. That's what they're telling you. Because these people here deny Yahweh. They say, who is this Yahweh that I should have been? I do not know any Yahweh. So but they deny Yahweh, not because they don't have false gods, but their whole culture is to deny Yahweh.
We did not remember the time past. You have shown where the foreseen eye really and truly is the inner. Remember you showed that?
Yeah.
Something to do with sorry.
There is a lot of filthiness in this whole thing, a lot of dirtiness in this whole thing. But this is really the eye of Lucifer. That's the eye of Lucifer. Now here is the shocking thing here about this. We're going to look at this in things. They are telling us certain things. You and I say, God created man. God created how much genders? Name them. They say, no. Who is this Yahweh from this Sabbath that I should obey? I do not know any Yahweh. That's what they are saying. So, you came by evolution. So, you are whatever gender you want. So you know what they have done? They have now decided to take passports and ID cards and put whatever gender you want in it. So when you land in Trinidad and Tobago with your passport, good Lord, and as you're walking through immigration, and imagine the immigration officer take his passport. and watching a man with beard, right? But he noticed the man dressed up with a Pampers on and ribbons in his hair. So the immigration officer said, my God, in his mind, what creature is this? But he's looking at the passport. And he said, so where are you from? And he put his hand something like a little baby, so he said, London. And he said, okay, how long you plan to stay here? 2 weeks. Yeah, business or pleasure? He said, pleasure. Watch him so. Then he looks back at the passport and he sees, okay, he sees what are you? And you see Alpha Child. He said, male or female? He said, no, Alpha Child. And then he watched with the Pampers on and the ribbons in the hair. And he recognized if you don't stamp that and tell them pass for your pleasure, the government could be sued millions. So he reluctantly frowned and stamped and said, okay, go. And that just goes to show you what's going on today. That's what this one gives you. Now this is bad. And they're seeking to destroy our morals. Because if you recognize weak, moral people are easy to rule. All they have to do is have the big stick and the big gun and beat you into submission because you're weak morally. That's what they're doing. But this one now, he's more artful. The king of the north, more smart and more strong. He says, if I can get you to pass a law that says what I am, as the I am, with the I am, I can get everybody to acknowledge that I am. That one is religious. And he's going to tell the man with the big stick and the big gun, use it in honor of me, upon you. But you know, the ease-loving multitude will cooperate, except one group. The group that already have a political leader.
Amen. Amen.
Global king, that's why it's subject of the king. And since they recognize you're making a political statement, they will use policies, laws to ban you, and to ban your religion. As Mrs. White says, if they tell you no, you do what is right. Amen. If they tell you no, don't compromise. What should you do? Do what is right. Amen, brethren? And may God help us. So remember these important things. Now there's a lot of things going on right now. I'm supposed to get some documents and read it for you all with regards to the Vatican and their agents. Yesterday they launched an attack on Donald Trump, on America, on evangelicals, and on right-leaning Catholics. Could you imagine the Catholic Church launch an attack on evangelicals, on the United States, on Donald Trump, and on right-leaning Catholics? It shows that the King of the South is now sitting down in the Vatican. And that's why that Pope warned Europe. It says Donald Trump and the Russian president, bad alliance for the world. That's what that Pope said. I find he's out of his place. But then he believes that he is the ruler of the world. As I will show you what he said. He believes he's complete ruler of the world. And he has so much authority that he's God with God that he can maneuver God's law as he wants. So if God says the seventh day, he can say the first day. Because he has the authority to do that. Because he's God with God. And the reason why you are going to come up against that beast is because he's going to be telling you that he's God with God. But remember, you already go back before now. Go back to the one you was on before. Go back. And go back again. You remember already, you know what Yahweh is, right? You know what the name means, right? You know it very well. Now go forward again. And you know the name as it is found in the seventh-day Sabbath as the seal of God. And what it says what? I am ruler of the world, heavens and the earth. What did he say? I Yahweh. There's a reason why he always says what? I Yahweh. Come on man, let me see your perception here. Singleness. He didn't say we Yahweh. What did he say? I Yahweh. Had he said what? We Yahweh, the Pope says, I'm going to go. But what did he say? I Yahweh. One with me. One with me. Amen? So let you and I say, hear, O Israel. Our God, what? Yahweh is one Yahweh. I Yahweh. You see it? You got it? Are you beginning to understand something here? Now we're looking at something deep, a big mystery here, as we're understanding what is going to happen. Don't think you're too dense. Remember, everything is by the Holy Spirit. Remember, and let me say it like the Americans, I didn't go to college. But I allow the Holy Spirit to speak to me. What do you say? Let the Holy Spirit speak to you. What do you say? And He will show you. Okay? So please let us start. So my dear brethren, we've done some wonderful things, some deep things, and some beautiful things. What we have done is just let the knowledge hang in the air, so you carry it by implication. What do you say? So we're going to continue this evening as far as we can go, and then we will stop. I promise you we won't go over too much. But we will stop afterward. But we must understand this important thing. And there are some shocking, beautiful charts coming up here. They illustrate some very important points for all of us. Amen? So let us say one thing here. You have seen certain truths here. You have come to understand certain truths here. Your mind may be slow at first, but give yourself a chance. Go over it over and over, and you will learn. You may not like to write much, but at least write a few lines. And you know, strengthen what you've seen in your mind. And you can always show me a few lines. Once I'm able to read it and think, you know, I'll take a read of it, look at a whole notebook here for my exam. A whole notebook. And we say 40,000 pages. And I had others before. I had 2 at one time also. And then Brother Michael is always giving me a whole set of things to do. I can only read some, but I will read your little stuff once I get the chance. So take the things that you learn and write it down. Don't let me have to come and ask you. Please, write on some little truth, something small, about what you have seen. If you were to summarize all that we have said today, it's just simply this. The seventh-day Sabbath, you have found the name Yahweh in it. And the name Yahweh has a lot of wonderful meaning. That day is going to play an important part in the ending of this world's history, because it is the transgression of that day that will bring about the end. Amen. So you need to learn the value of that day. Do you know what you're doing here when you're right here today? The very fact that you said, I am going to come to church meeting, or if you're not able to come to some reason, you lay aside all your secular work and you spend time with God. Do you know what you are saying? You are saying powerful things to the universe. Powerful things out there. You could be 7 or 17. You're saying powerful things to the universe. That's what you are saying. You haven't yet appreciated what you are saying. Just being here is a miracle. This morning, Brother Animal was discussing wisdom, which is very good, and wisdom found in the earth. Yes, it is true. Wisdom created the earth. Wisdom, the revealed truths of the plan of salvation. The world was created by the use of divine wisdom. revealed truths as to how to create a body and every part of it. So it is by wisdom that the earth was created. But you know what? It's that same wisdom that is being acted now in recreation. Yes. If any man be in Christ, is a new one. Creation. So what is happening now? You're actually looking at your own self with the process of recreating, of creating. But it is on a mental scale. It's on a psychological scale. It is what we call your psyche is being recreated. And guess what? He's using revealed truths, wisdom to do it. You're literally being recreated right now. And every act of creation is pointed to by the Sabbath. If I want to say the Sabbath is overshadowing you. Yes. Isn't that lovely? Amen. The Sabbath is overshadowing you. Isn't that lovely? Yes. Of course it is lovely. So that is why you should appreciate that. If you do not know what you're doing right now, you are here and you are saying 1,000 powerful things to the universe. Just being here, just keeping the Sabbath, you are saying 1,000 powerful things to the universe. Bless you. But that's what you're doing. You won't believe how angels are rejoicing when they see you. When they see you accept every truth, they say, my God, recreation is taking place and the angels are being recreated. And they know they're going to work with you. What do you say? When it comes to lift up a big truck, they're trying to knock it on all the miracles Mrs. White says that was done in the past is going to be done again. When they try to run it out a big truck, all of a sudden, angels work with you and they get the power of Samson and you hold the truck and you push back the truck with all that energy. And when they put one of your brethren in a boat and they try to drown them, you go and you walk on the water and take them up and walk back and throw them. And when Taliban shoot bullets, you just catch it and count it. What do you say, brother? They all sound funny now, but the real things going to happen. What do you say? You catch it and count it and say, okay, 5 bullets, grace. Come and sit down, get up, put your gun down and sit down for grace. Amen, brother? Big miracles are going to happen. The angels will work with you because you are allowing that work to. I'm telling you, you're making big statements right now. And that's why you should feel happy about yourself. What did I just say? Happy about yourself. Because angels are pleased, but only let the happiness continue. Amen. Amen, brethren? Don't let the enemy meet an end. So, let us have our closing prayer. Gracious, loving Father, we do thank you for the education you have given to us, for the light of truth you have put in our hearts, for the evidences you have filled our minds with. We thank you for the spirit of truth that has shown us our responsibility with regards to the seventh-day Sabbath. We now understand the importance of that name within the seventh-day Sabbath. We know what it means to us. And we ask of you to help us to live it as we face the final crisis that is soon coming. But do educate us in such a way to be able to face the crisis and be triumphant. These verses we ask of you, thanking you for hearing us and blessing us through the truths of Jesus Christ, plan of salvation. Amen. Amen. Okay, my dear brethren, let us start this discourse here now with a word of prayer. So please let us bow our heads where we are and let us pray. Gracious loving Father, be with us as we enter into your word. Bless our understanding. Help us to get the visions of truth you want us to have. All this to seal our minds away from falling away. And all this to educate us that we will have light in our eyes to see through the deception soon to come, that we may make the right choices of obedience and so be saved. So bless us with your spirit of truth right now by education. In Jesus' holy name we pray. With thanksgiving unto thee. Amen. Okay, my dear brethren. We want to start off here from where we left off. And we want to deal with the global powers fighting for rulership of the earth. We have the king of the north and we have the king of the south. We can find these two powers in Daniel chapter 11 and verse 14. Daniel 11:14, please. Daniel 11:40. Now you ask, how does this concern us? It does concern you. Because everybody upon the face of the earth either fit into one of these organizations. King of the North, King of the South, or Yahweh's kingdom. Make up your mind which one you want to be in. You may say, well, I want to be in Yahweh's kingdom. Then for God's sake, do not receive the principles that make you join the wrong ones. So, let us look at Daniel chapter 11 and verse 40. Notice the names here, I quote, and at the time of the end shall the king of the south push against him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots and with horsemen and with many ships. And he shall come into the countries and shall overflow and pass over. So what does this show us here? This shows us here the two names, king of the north, king of the what? South. We have at the time of the end, 1798, the king of the south push against him, the king of the north, but we are told the king of the north come back with fury, with much force and with fury. Ever since 1798, the king of the south have been pushing against the king of the north. So now we need to understand a little bit more about who is the king of the north and who is the king of the south. In your Bible, the king of the north is identified as Babylon. Is identified as who? Babylon. Let us look at Jeremiah 25 and verse 9. Jeremiah 25 and verse 9. Is it found? Quickly, Jeremiah 25 and verse 9. Here is what it tells us. I quote, behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith Yahweh, and Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, my servant, and will bring them against this land, and against the inhabitants thereof, and against all these nations round about, and will utterly destroy them, and make them an astonishment, and a hissing, and a perpetual desolation. Now here we are told that God is going to go to the north and take Nebuchadnezzar and Babylon, and make them attack the nations that are around Judah there. Now, why is it that God was going to take Nebuchadnezzar? Why does he call it north? Because north, a little more to the east, but north of Judah or Israel was Babylon. So they were called king of the north because they reigned from the north. Now there are other scriptures that identify him as king of the north. For instance, God says he will take the family of the north and that he will come like a lion. In your Bible, the lion is used as a symbol of Babylon. So we have the king of the north is Babylon. So in ancient times, the ancient king of the north was Babylon. But Babylon later became identified as spiritual Babylon. Are you listening to me, my dear brethren? Babylon became identified a spiritual Babylon. Yeah. A spiritual Babylon. Let's see this to be so. Okay. Now let's look. Modern spiritual Babylon. Let us look and see that Babylon, first of all, is spiritual Babylon. If we turn to Revelation chapter 17. Revelation chapter 17. Revelation chapter 17. Please follow in your Bible. 1 to 6. I quote. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Now let's just stop here for a brief while. There are 7 plagues, and there are 7 angels and 7 plagues. What we are being told here is that one of the angels comes and tells John, I am going to show you the judgment that falls upon the great whore. So one of the angels are going to explain how God's judgment falls upon something called the great whore. Now who is this great whore? Let's go on. Verse 2 says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. So we see Babylon in modern times is spiritual Babylon. It's identified as a great whore, a woman. But this Babylon, we are told, did something. She murdered a lot of Christians because she had the blood of the martyrs of Jesus on her hands. So we have spiritual Babylon, a murderous organization. It is a religious organization, modern spiritual Babylon. And it tells you about her. It says this again in verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of what? Harlot, and what? The abominations of the earth. So spiritual Babylon is a false papal Babylon, but has daughters with her that make her Babylon. So when you say Babylon, you mean the mother and the what? The daughters. That's what you mean. But this mother and daughters, Babylon in modern times, is made up of 3 types of religious organizations, or 3 types of religions that are seeking to influence the whole world to fight against God. Yes, my dear. In the Bible, a pure woman is the church. And in the Bible, a corrupted woman is a harlot. So what you mean? You see a woman drinking alcohol and behaving bad on the streets, that the Bible calls a harlot. But that is a symbol of a false church. Okay? Beautiful. Right, so we have modern spiritual Babylon here. Now modern spiritual Babylon is made up of 3 powers that are preparing the world to fight against God. Let's look at Revelation 16 to see this. Revelation 16, we read 13 and 14. Is it found? We read. It says this. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, 1, out of the mouth of the beast, 2, and out of the mouth of the false prophet 3. For they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of what? God Almighty. So we see Babylon here is identified as those three unclean spirits. Those three unclean spirits like so. How do you know those three religions make up Babylon? Because the Bible tells you, look at verse 19. Look at verse 19. Here's what the Bible tells you. Read it. And the great city, which is what? Babylon, was what? Divided into what? 3 parts. And the cities of the nation fell. And what? Great Babylon came to the memory of God. Did you see that? You can stop there. So here we have the Babylon was divided into what? 3 parts. So Babylon is made up of 3 types of religion. The dragon, the beast, and the what? False prophet. Now the dragon religions are non-Christian pagan religions. Like Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and those isms. Those are dragon-like religions. Dragon like the devil. In other words, it clearly expresses the breath of the devil. It doesn't even pretend to be Christian. And then you have the beast. In the Bible, the beast is the Roman Catholic papal church. And then you have the false prophets. They are identified as those who say, Jesus, Jesus, but do not his will. That is the what? Apostate, Protestant churches. Those are the 3 types of religions that make up Babylon. And we are actually being told that modern spiritual Babylon is having a fight with the king of the south. Is that understood? Is that understood, my dear brethren? Now let's look at the king of the south. Next one. Dark shadow cast a dark shadow upon people. Now watch this. Let's look at the king of the south here. In the Bible, the ancient king of the south is Egypt. Let's look and see. This is so in Daniel chapter 11, verse 8 and verse 9. So Daniel 11. We will look at verse 8 and verse 9. Verse 8 and verse 9. Read it. And shall also carry captives where? Into where? Egypt. Did you see that? Their gods with their princes and their precious vessels of silver and gold. And it shall continue more years than the king of the north. So the king of the south carrying people into where? Egypt. And he will continue more years than the king of the north. Verse 9. So the king of the south shall come into his kingdom and shall return into his what? Own land. So we see Egypt here is the same king of the what? South. They carry people captive into his own land, and so he comes into his own land and continues here more than the king of the north. So what we are actually being told here, in ancient times, the king of the south was Egypt. Now what is Egypt known for in your Bible? Turn with me to Exodus chapter 5 and verse 2 to see what Egypt is known for. Exodus 5 and verse 2 to see what Egypt is known for. Is it found? Now watch this. I quote verse 2. And Pharaoh said, who? This is Exodus 5:2. And we are looking to see what Egypt is known for. So Egypt is the king of the south. What is Egypt known for? What is the king of the south, the old king of the south, known for? Let's see. We read. And Pharaoh said, who is Yahweh that I should obey his voice or let Israel go? I know not Yahweh, neither will I let Israel go. Did you see that, my dear brethren? The famous statement of Pharaoh clearly showing that the king of the south is an atheism, listen to me carefully, that denies Yahweh. Not an atheism that doesn't have gods, because all the atheists have their own gods. Are you listening to me? But it is an atheism that denies who? Yahweh. So so listen to me carefully. A people, I'll tell you. So a people that denies Yahweh and hate Yahweh and turn away from Yahweh is known as the king of the south. Now who is that? Which people is that? The question I'm asked is, what is bottomless? Bottomless from bottomless pit is not the right way to say. Bottomless means chaos, disorder, all kind of corruption going on. Huh? Okay. Crazy bad behavior. Everything breaks down. See how people throwing bombs and blowing up places, they're bashing up cars, they're coughing on people and all kind of wrong thing. They call that chaos, disorder. That is what the word bottomless means. Okay? Good, now watch. Now let's look at this here now. So the king of the south is in fact a denial of Yahweh. This king of the south is called different names in your Bible. It is identified as the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit. It is also identified as the scarlet-colored beast. I want here for you to turn to Revelation chapter 11 and look at verse 7 and verse 8. 11, 7 and 8. Let's look at the king of the south. Let's look at the behavior. Is it from 11, 7 and 8? It tells us 11, 7 and 8. I quote, and when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit, that is the word again that she asked me, bottomless. In other words, a beast that comes out of chaos and disorder, that ascended out of the bottomless pit, shall make war against them and shall overcome them and kill them. Hold on here. What we are being told is that the Bible gave its testimonies as the two witnesses in sackcloth and ashes. The Bible was proscribed by the papacy. So for 1,260 years, if you own the Bible, you could be killed. You must remember Tyndale's Bible. Tyndale was burnt. They used Bible as the fuel. They put chains on him, and they used Bible as the fuel to burn him alive because he translated the Bible. That has happened to William Tyndale. So now we must recognize that many people were murdered because of owning a Bible. And so the church responsible for that was the Roman Catholic Church. However, so the Bible was preached in sackcloth and ashes at that time. But they're told as they come out of preaching in sackcloth and ashes, some beast comes out of the bottomless pit and make war against the Bible and kill the Bible. The only power. Remember when 1798 reached, the papacy was wounded, amen? Yes. So now you can have a Bible properly in your hand. But as the Bible came out, in the French Revolution, a group by the name of the Illuminati attacked the Bible. They used France to attack the Bible. Even before the Bible was banned in France from the Illuminati, they gathered the Bible in big, big heaps like mountains and burnt them in France. For 3 years and a half, literally, they were burning Bibles in France. And it got so bad that Napoleon had to tell them, oh, let's stop burning the Bibles, the people getting too corrupted. Can you imagine that? But it so happened that the Illuminati was the one that attacked the Bible. So here again, it's the same Pharaoh issue. Who is Yahweh that I should obey him? But now you take the whole Bible and you attack the Bible because they don't want to know about Yahweh. And that's the reason why when you and I hold the Sabbath, it's really Yahweh we're dealing with against the king of Egypt. Yeah. Amen, brethren?
Yeah.
No, yes.
Yes. So recently there, Donald Trump, he took part in the celebration of Bastille Day in France.
Yeah.
What is it are they celebrating when Bastille Day comes? Are they celebrating the end of the revolution or the revolution itself?
You must remember that the state of Israel in the Middle East, the French Republic is built upon a false history. Bastille Day is supposed to be the day when prisoners were released from this terrible Bastille, this prison, and that began the opening of the French Revolution. Really and truly, it's only about 6 or 7 prisoners were released. And those prisoners were there for murder and the worst kind of crimes. It was not that started the revolution. They used that as they got started the revolution. Yeah, so in the French Revolution, they sent Jacobins and a whole set of people with guns. They were hired, and they were hired to go and attack the different institutions of state. They did that and attacked the king, eventually captured the king, and they put him to death. The same kind of people that did those things were chaotic, disordered people that didn't like the Bible. Today we have a revival. The name is Antifa. And in all nations of the right in Venezuela, and they're causing people to die right now. Right there, right now. Antifa is the same kind of revolutionary people put on the ground to create chaos and disorder. And when you create chaos and disorder, then you come and bring in your revolutionary people. And when you bring them in, then you can claim the Bastille was responsible. That's a lie. No Bastille wasn't responsible. No releasing of no prisoners. So that's a false history that France is built upon when they celebrate their first republic. And by the way, their first republic was riddled and run by Jews. There were Jews by the name of Marat, Robespierre, and Saint Simon, Saint Just, and others. There were Jews who ruled the country with a rod of iron, murdered and killed, robbed and raped. At one point in time they killed 5 million French people, and they wasn't satisfied killing 5 million. They took them and laid them out on the beach in all kind of hideous, immoral way, dead. So they will have the dead woman's body and the dead man's body, take their clothes off, put them in all kind of hideous sexual way, and have them line up a whole beach, 5 million. That was known as the Reign of Terror in France. It was Jews that were responsible for it, the same Illuminati Jews that created the French Revolution. But let me just tell you something, there's more to it than just all of that. I'm just giving you a brief touch on it. But the king of the south here is also identified in the Bible as the scarlet-colored beast. Not only as the beast coming out of the bottomless pit. When you look at it as the beast coming out of the bottomless pit, that Illuminati, look what it does to France. Let's read the same Revelation 11. Look what it does to France. Read. And we will go to let me give you the right verse here. Right, the verse 8. And their dead bodies, the dead bodies of the Bible, the first and the second witness, shall lie in the street of the great city, that is France, which spiritually is called what? Sodom and what? Egypt, where also our Lord was what? Crucified. Did you see that? Sodom and Egypt. Why is France called Sodom? Because wherever revolution comes, there's a lot of sexual immorality as well in Sodom. So we know revolution is coming in the world because sexual immorality is spreading in the world as a right. You can call it a marriage if you want, it's not a marriage. 2 men cannot get married. It's what God wants. Join together, and God doesn't join 2 men. Is that understood? But not just only that. Now they're actually training the children to be sodomite toys. They're using the term drag queen to inculcate little boys. Take them in, make them dress like women, train them in sodomy. I showed you a little piece of clip here, but I have worse to show you. I can show you a whole class of little boys and little girls sitting down, and the teacher, a sodomite himself, giving the child all kind of nasty phrases, teaching them in school, telling little, listen, some of the children they can't even walk, they're crawling on the ground. And the teacher is asking them, what would you like to be? Would you like to be a drag queen? So when your minds are so impressive and so sensitive, You're training those children into drag queen. Drag queen for them means a little boy becomes a sodomite and dressed up like a woman. That's what it is. And you have classes like that going on right now. You won't like your children to do those things. That's why the best thing for you to do is not to make it.
Amen. Amen.
If you have one, watch out. And train that one properly. But if you don't have, don't want. Amen? And if you have one, keep that one alone. And if you have two, don't make three. Amen, brother? Because that's what's going on with their training children to be that. And that's a legal thing for them. That's legal for them. You cannot object it. In fact, after they teach your child 3 and 4 years old about being a drag queen, and your child come home and say, Mommy, I want to be a drag queen, which means the next day you're supposed to send your little boy in dress with lipstick and earrings and fix up his hair like a woman, and you refuse. The law in Canada said they can take the child from you. You see how far things is gone? All that is the work of the king of the south, bringing things into sodomy. That's what they are doing. Now you must recognize what we are saying here is not joke. This is serious. This is serious business. We in Trinidad are protected in a large way. And because we have a government that wouldn't stick that nonsense, but how long will it last? You know, some people praise government for money, for helping them in flood. The last time I watched the news, some flood take a man's house. When the media went to him, he says, nobody come and put these sandbags in front of his house. I said, but what ridiculousness is it? You want Rowley to come and go and put sandbags in front of your house? A big man like you, put the bags in front of your house. Government must do everything like God for them. But thank God at least we don't have a government that will accept that stupid is what we say. And if they does, they're going to get some more from us. What do you say? Amen, brother? Right. So the Bible also calls the king of the south. It made France come like Egypt and Sodom. Egypt with atheism, the denial of God, and Sodom, the vast immorality. Sparrow emblasts it well when he says 50 million Frenchmen can't be wrong. That council that Sparrow sang was about sodomy. And he said 50 million Frenchmen cannot be wrong. Why did he say that? Because he knew in history it was France, in the French Revolution, that spread sodomy. You remember? He knew that very well. And so it clearly shows what the king of the south did. But not just only that. The Bible says France was where our Lord was crucified. Christ was crucified when France rejected the Protestant Reformation. Under the influence of the Catholic Church, they rejected the Protestant Reformation. Now, no longer having Christ, the Illuminati could have mashed them up with all kinds of hidden philosophy. That's why train your daughters well and train your sons well. When you train them now, you're giving them Christ. So when the Illuminati come, the Illuminati will find immorality in them to destroy them. Amen, brother? Amen. But if you don't train them, they're going to be upon your shoulder. Let's look at the same king of the south being called the scarlet colored beast. Turn to Revelation 17. Verse 3 and verse 8. Verse 3 and verse 8. Now you have to follow in the Bible. This is important knowledge for us. Verse 3 and verse 8. Revelation 17 verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon what? A scarlet colored beast full of names of what? Blasphemy. Having 7 heads and what? 10 horns. Did you see that? That scarlet colored beast is the same beast that was sent out of the bottomless pit. Proof of it? Go to verse 8. Verse 8 tells us, the beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall what? Ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into what? Perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that what? Was and what? Is not and what else? And yet is. This clearly clearly tells us in this organization called the Scarlet Colored Beast will be many people whose names will never even written in the book of life. They never accepted Christ. They became wicked, immoral, corrupt, and they make up the body of people called the King of the South. And they will wander after those philosophies. When they hear about the wife and the child, they go, oh yes, the world is a caring world, but look here for us in them in sodomy. Do you know what that wicked Californian government did? Pass a law where it is mandated, and in Germany, Merkel did this also, that you have to take insurance for vaccination. They know the vaccinations are not good. They know that Bill Gates is wanted and charged for hundreds of children being killed by the vaccines he gave out free. We know that Bill Gates is wanted in India for causing a lot of children to die by the thousands there with vaccines. Yet they want you to just pump vaccines in the children by law. So if you say no, you can be charged. They can take the children from you. I said if they have nothing to vaccinate, all what do you say? But if you have one or two, fight them, what do you say? Fight them. That's what you have to do. So, let's quickly look at this. Yes, brother, go ahead.
Yeah, brother, I'm talking quickly. Brother, I will show. Right, I will start time I was like atheistical forums I was dealing with. I was showing them atheism from Egypt going on until I reached the apostate Jews. One thing I reached the apostate Jews and it shows the different things that's going on with them. Right, I generally run them. The atheists come and tell me conspiracy theory. I say, which part of this conspiracy theory? I said, I was at the thing, which is to go and check out. This is not no conspiracy theory. You know, and after all that, don't leave it out.
Conspiracy is a natural law for wicked people. And sometimes even good people do conspiracy in a constructive way. Somebody's birthday. And they don't know that you already conspire with others to get presents for them and surprise them. That's conspiracy, that's natural. But a criminal see you pass here every day and they check out all that you have and they check out the area to see how much people are there. And they lie in wait for you. And the day they get a chance, they run and rob you. That is conspiracy. So it's a natural law. So come and say conspiracy theories. It's conspiracy for them to say conspiracy theories. Right. So here is what the Illuminati did. Watch. I quote from the book, The Illuminati, the cult that hijacked the world. This is written by Henry McCall. I think you can get the book free on the internet. So if you check on the internet, you'll get the book free. It's a very important book for you to get. The name of it is Illuminati, the cult that hijacked the world. I quote, hear what he said. Quote, watch. The purpose of the New World Order is the same as communism. You know what he tells us? The purpose of the what? New World Order is the same as what? Communism. He tells us, the Illuminati created communism. So the Illuminati created communism, and the aim of communism is the same as the New World Order. So today when you hear New World Order, today when you hear globalism, it's the Illuminati. The same Scarlet Colored Beast. Watch again, quotation. Watch. Page 67 of the same book. Under the guise of a humanist utopia, they are constructing an Orwellian hell. The New World Order, aka globalism. So when you hear the New World Order, it's the same as globalism. So the king of the south is spiritual what? Egypt. It is the what? Scarlet Colored Beast. It is called what? The beast that is sent out of the bottomless pit. It is called what? Illuminati. It is called what? Communism. It is called what? The New World Order and also globalism.
Who wrote the book? Who wrote the book?
Henry, Henry, M-A-K-O-W, McCall. Very important book. Seeking to set up what? Global communism is doing this to ensure that what? Christianity will be what? Destroyed. I quote again from the very same book. Quote, Marx was a priest of the synagogue of Satan. And his chief aim was the destruction of the Christian religion and the Christian civilization. That's why all of a sudden they're pushing Islamophobia. Why? If you criticize Islam, they say Islamophobia, to stop your criticism, because they know Islam have, watch me, Islam have 6th century morals. Did you hear me? Islam have 6th and 7th century morals. Morals that are very low and corrupt. If you're a woman, they don't want you to go to school and learn. In Saudi Arabia, you can't even drive as a woman. The last one, I think she was so fast to drive, they beat her and throw her in jail. Islam teaches that it is right for a man to beat up his wife, to submit her. They teach domestic violence. Islam teaches that a man only needs one witness in the court, but a woman needs about 3 to 4 to 5. Islam teaches that if the man raped the woman is at fault. If the man raped the woman is at fault. That is moral from way, way back. We have passed that stage years, but the plan is to demoralize the world by pushing Islam. I have in an American school, the teacher and them teach all the little children that the parents send to school to turn to Mecca and bow down and worship Allah and say they're doing class. How come you never tell them to pray to Christ and you're learning class? And when people protest, yes, listen, in the United States, in many different cities, there are big protests against Sharia law. Big protests against Sharia laws. They say it was wicked, it was against women because they will cut off a certain part of a woman and call it circumcision. But where they cut of the woman, trying to heal, they have to sew a certain area up. And where it is sewn up, let me tell you something. Better she don't get married. The pain she would get there. And those things always rip. Because where they have to sew up to do that kind of circumcision, if they do this circumcision, they can't even roast it. They have to sew it up to make it heal. And the only way they can sew it up to make it heal is a dangerous way. A dangerous way that will destroy the world. And listen, thousands and hundreds of thousands of Americans came out in many cities protesting against Sharia law. And guess who came out and attacked them and fight them physically? Antifa. Ask Antifa, why were you fighting Americans and say, US Constitution yes, Sharia law no. Violence against women no. Why was Antifa fighting them? Because Antifa, paid by George Soros, was telling them, you are racist. You're against Islam. Islam is not a race. And they are so dumb. Like they don't even think past their tongue. You will see them walking, anti-racist, racist. For what? For Islam? Good Lord, it's not a race. And some of them come with Islamophobia. What about Christian phobia too? Why is only Islamophobia? What is that? Fear of Islam? We don't fear Islam, we hate the religion. And we will hate it because you got to call it a war. But you see, they know they want to push the religion to destroy the morals of the world. Because Islamic morals are very low. People say Muslims have problems with violence. The Quran teaches to cut off your fingers, slice you on the neck, if you oppose them. Literal clauses, and you know we study that here, we're going to study it back again. We're going to take their own book. But the Quran said, no, brother, jihad is a war fighting yourself, fighting wronging you. Excuse me? You know they like to lie? They like to practice a little taqiyah. Lying to get you? Take the hadith. The hadith tell you how long the sword is supposed to be, how sharp the sword is, how to hold the sword, how to ride on yours, how to take the neck off, and all that they call jihad. You're fooling people because they never read the hadith. And then, oh no, you struggle against yourself. What struggle against yourself? But I'm not afraid if you want to be angry with me. I find them many times in their own mosque. What do you say? That's no problem. This is about so we are here. So don't worry about it. So what? Illuminati, global communism, Christianity destroyed. The aim of the Illuminati is to destroy Christian civilization. That's why they are pushing Islam. I quote, listen, page 242 of the book. The hate of Christianity is pure Jewish. And this hate was practiced under communism. Did you see that, my dear brethren? This is what they're seeking to do. What does communism mean? Communism is a kind of government that take away your rights and take away your freedom. They force you to do what you don't want to do, and if you refuse, they kill you. Let me tell you something that happened. Listen to what happened. The Ukraine. It was part of Russia at that time. It was already an independent nation taken over by the Russians. The Russians that took it over was Stalin, not Stalin, sorry. Lenin. Millions of Ukrainians, their own farmers planting their own food because they have a whole plate and it is what you call an agricultural center for food. So the people make their food and they go in to process their food. What does Stalin do? Stalin send big trucks all over the Ukraine and confiscate the people's food. When they have to ask people, what will you eat? He doesn't care. When they look at the children, they don't care. And after they starve, let me tell you this. He decided he wanted to break the back of the Ukraine. He wanted to submit to him. He starved them until 10 million people died. Trinidad is only 1.3 million. Think about Trinidad 10 times over dying. 10 millions. There's a big river in Ukraine, like a major river. That's what we will call the Caroni River. When people pass, there's only dead bodies floating down. Then winter comes and the snow comes. The river is frozen up. Everywhere you walk, a foot sticking up, a hand sticking up, a naked body up, you're walking miles of the river, only piles of dead bodies. Starvation. Some Stalin. He broke the back of the country and submit the country, and that's how he was able to take them over. That's communism. One thing about Lenin. Lenin take about 300 children about 7 years old and youthful and lock them up in a room, give them no water and no food. And they're there starving. For days, no water, no food, starving, ready to die. Lenin, that big Jewish man, Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, comes before the children and tells the children, pray to God and ask him to give you food. And the soldiers there with the gun, eh? So the little Russian children are praying and ask God, Jesus, please help us get food. He waits. No food comes. He said, pray to God again and ask him to send food. And the little children pray, Lord, send us food and they're ready to die. He waits. He says, no food. He said, pray and say, Father Lenin, give us food. By then the children was broken. He said, Father Lenin, give us food. He said, trucks on it, come, and big trucks of food come and give them. And then he tell them, there is no God. That's the kind of people they're dealing with. And all they're talking about rights and the child, don't fool me, empty platitudes. What did he say? Tell somebody else, but don't tell us that. What did he say? This is communism, seeking to destroy Christianity. Okay, my dear brethren? Is that understood? Right. Good. Next. Now we come to the other one. Now the king of the south we just dealt. Now we go to the king of the north now. Yes, sir.
But that is our disappointment because that will analyze something. You make reason the substitute religion. But don't mind about Christianity, but you make reason the substitute religion. And that was the little bit.
Right. Your church in the papacy, when it seeks to enforce the what? Mark of the beast is enforcing what? Global communion. Alright? You see Sunday, right? You see the popes, right? Now, Turn with me to Revelation 13. Here's another Revelation 13 study. We look at verse 16 and 17. Here is what the papacy will do. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their what? Right hand, or where? In their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Specifically, it's the mark of the beast that is being enforced. Revelation 49. 49. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive what? His mark where? In his forehead or in his hand. So the mark of the beast is what the Catholic Church is seeking to set up. And then what we, since they have to take away your rights and freedom from you to enforce a religion, what the papacy is enforcing is global what? Common religion. Did you get that clear, right? We studied that here before. Watch this now. I am quoting. What is the mark of the beast? The Catholic Church tells you. They tell you what is their mark. I quote. The Catholic Record of London, Ontario, Canada, September the 1st, 1923. I quote. Sunday is our mark of authority. You get that? Our mark of what? Authority. Remember, God says his authority is that he was created. So they say Sunday is the mark of the authority. Now if God says this, the fact that he created, that is his authority, and they say Sunday is the mark of their authority, it means Sunday has something to do with how to look at God. It has something to do with how to look at God. Let's read again. Right? Right, let's read again. I am quoting Pius V. This is like in 15 something. Piuses always do real evil. And that's why one of these days you must have a study of the Piuses. They are way down to Pius XII in World War II. But let's look at Pius V in 15 something. His book is Regnans Excelsis. Here is what Pius V said. Are you listening?
Yes, I hear.
He says this, the Pope says this, he that reigneth on high, to whom is given all power in heaven and on earth, that is Christ, has committed one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, outside of which there is no salvation, to one alone upon the earth, namely to the Pope, namely to Peter, the first of apostles, and to Peter's successors, the Pope of Rome, to be by him governed in fullness of power. So the world and the church is given to the Pope to be governed, to the Pope to govern, right, with the fullness of power. Him alone, he has made ruler over all peoples and kingdoms, to pull up, destroy, scatter, dispense, plant, and build. He is acting like Yahweh judge, Yahweh savior. But he is saying that God gave him power over all the world. And he said, this is his power. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Did you see that? Next one. So, the mark of the beast, therefore, is in fact the mark of the what? Papal beast. Watch these words. These words are being said so for a reason. The mark of the beast is therefore the mark of the what? Papal beast. That's what it is. So when they say the beast, which beast? The scarlet colored beast? No. Which beast? Papal beast. The mark of the beast. It is Sunday exaltation. And it is a mark of papal authority. I quote again the Catholic Church. This is Father Enright, or F.T. Enright, Redemption College, Kansas City. Here's what he says. No, quoting him, no. Keep the first day of the week. Here's what he tells us, no. Keep the first day of the week, and lo, the entire civilized world bows in reverent obedience to the command of the Catholic Church. You hear their boasting? You know they love to boast. He goes on. It is the mark of our authority to overrule God's law. Now you come into the Sabbath. They literally think they have authority to overrule what? God's law. But if you have authority to overrule God's law, and you get it from God, the first thing you must get is the 7th-day Sabbath. But if you get the 7th-day Sabbath, you wouldn't do that. But the fact that you want to overrule God's law, it means you didn't get the 7th-day Sabbath. So if you didn't get the 7th-day Sabbath, seeking to overrule God's law is totally disregarding what the 7th-day Sabbath say about God himself. Are you understanding me, my dear brother? Are you understanding me? So, papal authority is identified by Catholic doctrine as the office of the Pope, vicarious filii Dei, vicar or substitute of the Son of God, which is the same as being God with God. Now take the Revelation 13 and verse 18. Verse 18, watch this. I quote, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is what? 636. Now this saying 666 here is vicarious filii Dei, vicar of the Son of God, and the word vicar means substitute of the Son of God. Now, once you claim to be a substitute of the Son of God, you are actually claiming to be God. I am quoting from Pope Innocent III. From whom? Pope Innocent III. And I am quoting Quarto Personam. Quarto Personam. Here is what Pope Innocent III said. I quote, "Christ entrusted his office to the chief pontiff, but all power in heaven and in earth have been given to Christ. Therefore the chief pontiff, who is his vicar, vicarious filii Dei, will have this power." Let me read the logic again. He quote, "Christ entrusted his office to the chief pontiff." So Jesus Christ gave his office to the chief pontiff, which is the Pope. Then he said, "But all power in heaven and on earth have been given to Christ. Therefore the chief pontiff, who is his vicar or substitute, will have this power." So he is saying he has all power in heaven and where? On earth. That's what he is saying he has. Next one. So, what is that? This is Lucifer, this is demons all around. But so then they are saying that is Michael. But this is the, when it's thrown in, see people thrown here, Pope thrown here. Notice this, papal authority is based upon the what? Office of the Pope, which is what? Vicarious filii Dei, which means what? Vicar or substitute of the Son of God. And which says that therefore you are what? God with God. So if you are a substitute of the Son of God, you're saying the Son of God exists. He's there, he's God. But you being a substitute means you are God with God. And that is what you have to understand. Brethren, here, I'm asking you to get this clear in your mind. Lucifer's argument is that he's God with God. You must not lose that. That is his argument, is that he's God with God. If he comes and says he's God in the place of God, people say you are crazy. You are mad. You cannot say you are God in the place of God. You have to do away with God. But if you say you are God with God, people think God exists and you exist with his same powers. That's what Lucifer is claiming. Don't want to lie on the devil. The devil lies enough. And when we are not in Christ, we lie enough. Then don't lie now on the devil. He is not saying to be God in place of God. But he is saying to be God what? With God. The term vicar or substitute of the Son of God means God with God. Because if you are vicar or substitute, it means the relative is there, but you are just a what? Substitute. So it means God is there, but you are a substitute of God. So you're saying you are actually what? God what? With God. That's what you're saying. That's what Lucifer's argument is saying. So papal authority is in fact saying that he's God with God. This is exactly what Lucifer claimed he wanted. And now you will see the attack on the seventh day started by Lucifer from the very beginning. Isaiah 14. 12 to 14. We'll just read verse 14. Verse 14. There is Lucifer speaking. He said, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be what? Next one. What did Lucifer say he will be like what?
The Most High.
But who is the Most High?
Yahweh.
So if Lucifer in his rebellion is seeking to be what? Like the Most High, it means the Most High must exist and Lucifer with him, but like him. Amen? So the Most High is God, right? So if Lucifer wants to be like the Most High, it means he is seeking to be what? God with God. Did you catch that? Because to be like the Most High means like the Most High must exist. So if you want to be now like the Most High, it means to say you want to be a Most High with the Most High. So you want to be God with God. Remember what we saw this morning when you check out the name Yahweh in the Ten Commandments. You found out the name means the Most High also. Then Lucifer wanted to be what? Like the Most High, he wanted to be God what? With God. You remember that, right, my dear brethren? Amen? Good. So something happened. Something happened. Next one. Oh, yeah, guys. Lucifer gave somebody on earth the seat of what? Recognition. And altogether the person is what? His authority. So if the person, that Pope, has Lucifer's seat of recognition and Lucifer's authority, then he is saying that this person is what? God with God. Now some people say, but Brother Medina, you anti-papist, anti-Catholic fanatic, you. Why are you always against the Catholic Church? You see, you have to understand, it's not me. God says the trouble with the world is that office existing. That's why he made it the target of most of his prophecies. I didn't do that. I just come and met it like you. I just learned to read and write, and then let the Holy Spirit guide my mind on this Bible and found it there too. I didn't bring it there, I didn't put it there. God is the one that presented this as the most persistent problem. Yes, sir.
Change is God that the Father did.
What are the two men on the side? Well, I suppose one must be Gabriel and one must be Ariel. He is trying to copy the Bible where there are two cherubims on each side of the throne of God. He is copying it. This is the copy of it. He is literally saying that yes, God is like that, but I am what? God with God. This is Lucifer's office that is done. Proof of it, Revelation 13 again. Yes, my dear.
Satan really know well that Jesus is Yahweh.
The devil believes.
Yes. He make up a false office, a claim for a false office,
Yes.
the vicar of Christ. But in the beginning, he was secret to be like the Most High. They make up an office to imitate Christ. So he know Christ was the Most High.
Exactly.
He know Christ is Lord of the Sabbath, so he have a false high.
That is what Muslims need to know. Why they are attacking Christ so much? Because they know Christ is the Most High. Why don't forget Christ and just attack Yahweh? You're attacking Christ because you know Christ is Yahweh. That's what they need to do. Now watch this. I tell you, there are many mysteries here. Watch this now, right? Revelation 13, verse 2. And the beast which I saw, that is the same papal beast, was like unto a leopard, having Greek philosophy as its body, and his feet was the feet of a bear, having the evil, bad behavior of Medo-Persia as his laws, and his mouth as the mouth of the lion, having the blasphemous statements of Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon, coming from its mouth. Great Babylon which I have built, great worldly Babylon which I built, by my power, my might. After all, I'm going with God. That's what he says. Read on now, it says here, right? It says here, and his feet as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And get this now, and it says, and the dragon, which is the devil, gave him his what? Power, his what? His seat, and what? Great authority. So he gets his power, which is his ability. He also gets his seat and the authority from the dragon Lucifer. Let's see how the Bible characterizes having a seat for Lucifer. Ezekiel 28, 2. Ezekiel 28, 2. We're going to stop now, right? Ezekiel 28, 2. Here is what it tells us. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyre, thus said Yahweh God, because thine heart is what? Lifted up. And thou hast said, I am what? God. I sit in the what? Seat of God, in the midst of the sea. Thou art a man and not God, though thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. All folks must set his heart as the heart of God. What does it take for me to do this work? I read the Bible, the 7 days, the Sabbath of Yahweh thy God. And then I come and tell you, hello, I have authority from God, and I'm telling you, rest on the Sunday. What would it mean for me to say that? It would mean to say, I reject the Most High's command, and I create a command close to the same similitude of the word, Most High. So I am arrogant. That is arrogance to a terrible height. You see? But it means I have to set in my heart a logic for me to do that. Because if I read in the Bible about the Sabbath, I will tell you what the 7-day Sabbath is supposed to keep. What it would take for me to point to another day, I have to set in my heart as if I have the heart of a God. To tell you another day in place of what God says. And if you rebel, I will say, well, I get my authority from God. I am God with God. The height of arrogance. That is why God gave us this, because this is going to influence the world terribly. In fact, when you say Christmas and you go in Iran And you see people drinking. Where did it come from? Not Muhammad. It came from here. The Pope in Rome. So they have already influenced all over the earth. Are you getting that? They have already influenced where? All over the earth. So then the devil gave the seat to the Pope. Next shot. So then, the mark of papal authority, watch it. So then, the mark of papal authority is Sunday what? Exaltation. It is the mark or sign of vicarious filiae Dei. It is the mark or sign that he's the vicar of the Son of God. In other words, the mark of papal authority is Sunday exaltation. Sunday exaltation, they call it their mark of authority. Remember they said so? Yes. It is therefore the mark or sign of vicarious filiae Dei, which is a mark or sign of vicar or substitute of the Son of God, which is Jesus Christ. Which is the mark or sign of being God what? With God. So when they have Sunday exaltation, that is the mark or sign of being God with God. And that's what you're going to have to see on the earth. When you see Sunday being exalted, that is the mark or sign of vicarious filiae Dei, the office of the vicar of the Son of God, or the substitute of the Son of God, Jesus Christ. That is the mark or the sign of him being God with God. That's how you're going to have to see it. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Remember, he said this. Remember what it says, no, keep the first day of the week, and lo, the entire civilized world bow in reverent obedience to the command of the Holy Catholic Church. It is the mark of our authority to overrule God's law. After God's law says it's the Sabbath, amen? Amen? So the next shot, quickly. I think I'll have to stop here because boy, there's so much stuff here. So, a global Sunday law says the what? The Pope is what? God with God how? Because it is a what? A global Sunday law. Did you see that? Did you see that? But since the Pope holds his seat from Lucifer and his authority from Lucifer, what is this saying about Lucifer? Tell me what it is. So you see, a global Sunday law is saying the Pope is God with God globally. He doesn't want to say it in the Vatican only. He doesn't want the Catholic Church to say it. He wants you and I. He wants the whole globe. That's why they will enforce. They will do what? Enforce the mark of the beast. That's why that is the subject of prophecy. If you enforce the mark of the beast, then a global Sunday law will be saying the Pope is God with God. How? Globally. But remember, he got his seat and his authority from Lucifer, from the devil. Next chapter. Therefore, the global Sunday law, if the Pope is God with God, which he got from Lucifer, the global Sunday law will be saying Lucifer is what? God with God, what? Globally. Because after all, it's his seat the Pope has. That is exactly what the devil is working overnight to achieve in this world. As the brother said, the curse that will be for the earth. That evil angel, Lucifer, that's what he is doing, working with right now to achieve. Are you listening to me, my dear brethren? And the sad thing about all of this, is that while this work is going on, right now, the evangelicals are flexing their muscles. Yes, they went and visited Donald Trump. And it came across, he needed all of them touching each president praying for him. So they are preparing to bring about the change that we are supposed to be doing. That's why I tell you, when Mr. Trump came into power, now you know changes are going to be taking place. Remember he says he's going to build a wall to keep out the immigrants? Yeah. This week he collected 1.2 billion. First amount of money for his wall. Didn't he not say he wouldn't pay for it? Yes. Well, he gets 1.2 billion now to start his wall. I have no problem with his policy. Just leave us alone to serve God according to the dictates of our what? We will accept any help he gives us against Islamophobia. We will accept any help they give us by stopping the Sodomites from invading our children's bathrooms. Amen. Everywhere. Hey, a new thing happened. Now I'm going to have to stop here. I'm more scriptures and I need a book. Here is a new thing that happened. In the 1960s, President John F. Kennedy was murdered. He was shot through his head, 2 areas. His scalp raised up. They put him in the ambulance and they would carry him to the hospital. While he was there, he was still alive. The people in the ambulance raised up the scalp and pressed his brain to make sure they finish off the work. His vice president, Lyndon B. Johnson, became the president of the United States. Lyndon B. Johnson was a Democrat, like Barack Obama. So also was President Kennedy, but he wasn't the kind of Democrat like them. He was a Democrat like if he was a Republican. A true Republican, not George Bush. He told Israel, you're trying to get nuclear weapons? I'm not going to let you get it. He told the Federal Reserve, you are responsible for destroying America's economy. I'm going to stop you. 10 years later, they shoot him. The man who they used as a patsy was Oswald Davis. Oswald Davis was made, he was a communist. He was made to go with a gun up in a room, pointing, not even knowing that President Kennedy was going to pass. And by the time President Kennedy passed, the men, there were 2 shooters, one from the grassy knoll alone. It was captured on camera, so they can't show who was the shooter and who was the other shooter. But the FBI went around taking all the cameras and taking the people's cameras with the evidence. It's the same thing with when the so-called plane crashed into the Pentagon. The FBI went around taking all the video footage, but 1 or 2 people kept theirs. And the video footage showed on Fox that a plane ran into the Pentagon was a small missile. So they lied to their teeth. But so likewise now, people had footage of the FBI agents that murdered Kennedy. But they had Oswald as the sacrificial lamb. They take Oswald and they put him in the police station, the police holding him in the police station. And he's there under guard. A Jewish club owner was able to make his way via the back door, following a longer route than from here to there, 3 times the length of this church, and reach past all where police was with a gun, meet Oswald in the cell and shoot him and kill him. And then people say, oh, I'm so sorry, they killed my president, I was traumatized. We are told that man later became the father of Clinton. That's what some of us were told. I don't know. But he, a Jewish man, wiped out Oswald so he wouldn't talk the truth and say, they set me up. But here's what happened. Lyndon B. Johnson, when he came in power, recognized the churches in America were exposing what the politicians were doing. So he passed a law. The law states that they cannot preach politics from your pulpit, and they cannot campaign for a political party or person, or else you will lose your tax-exempt status. So the greedy evangelicals don't want to lose their money, they stop preaching. When Trump was being elected, he said, that is a false law. The state is not supposed to tell the church what to preach. It has stopped you out from cleaning out society. He said, I will remove the law. I am happy to announce Friday it was removed. Amen, brother? That means you can now hit out on whoever you want from your pulpit. But it means the evangelicals are coming back with a bang. And they're coming back with their fire and brimstone for us. But don't worry, we are the sons of Yahweh of the Sabbath. So my dear brethren, I'm going to have to touch this with you guys back already. And we have scriptures that must go through these scriptures that you cannot leave it just so. Must take our time and touch these other things. So, yes. CNN fake news. The CNN, let me just say this in closing. Let me say this to you in closing. There's a famous author. She wrote many books in America. This week she came out and said, oh my God, you make so much Jews, more than 100 or something working in CNN. She said, I thought they speak about diversity. Usually you have a white, a black, a Chinese, a Hispanic, a Jew, but 100 and something Jews working in CNN. That's what she said. You see, they don't know, they're now finding out. These are Jewish organizations with propaganda. CNN is one of the worst news media. Let me tell you something. TV, when you see TV3, CNC3, put in CNN on, let me tell you this. CNN doesn't even have 1 million people in America listening to it. America has 320 something, 400 million people, sorry. And CNN cannot even muster 1 million. And furthermore, the 800 and something thousand is far less. CNN is being wiped out. They are a lying organization. What is wrong if I or anybody talk to a Russian? And Russian is not poison, quote unquote. There is no law that says if any American talk to a Russian, he shall be fined so and so dollars and jailed for so and so years. There is no such law. Why are the Democrats making the problem talking to a Russian is a crime? They say Russia influenced the election. You know what happened here? Listen, let me tell you something. They don't want to admit why they lost. They lost because people was against what Barack Obama was doing. President Trump won because there was so much people that voted for him that even though the Democrats cheated, they couldn't get enough votes to cheat. It has suddenly been revealed that 80 million votes were false votes cast for Hillary. I say 80 million is 100 and something. Hillary Clinton, hardly anybody voted for her. And Trump won by the sheer amount of people that voted for him. They don't want to admit it. They say Russians interfere in the election. How much people in elections you Americans interfere with? They lie. So what if Trump sent talk to a Russian or go to a Russian lawyer and said, give me information about Hillary Clinton? Because the FBI had it, but Comey hid the information and went to the public and lied and said he had no such thing. So here's what happened. They went and they lied. So, well, they went to Russia and said, Russia, well, you have the information, give it to us. I'm telling you, Hillary Clinton is going to jail. Because the FBI is being pulled from the people who are protecting her. Hillary Clinton is going to jail. You must remember, from the time the elections footing started with Hillary Clinton to now, over 20-something people have been murdered to cover up for her. 20-something people. The mistake Clinton again made was murdering Setwich, a young Jewish boy, the one who revealed to WikiLeaks what Clinton was doing. They refused to accept that Setwich did it, but they killed him and try and say, well, the Russians hacked. WikiLeaks came and said, I didn't get my information from the Russians. It was hacked, yes, but from within your own Democratic Party. Setwich did it. They murdered him. So that whole thing about Russia is fake news. Whenever you hear CNN talking about this fake news, and if you watch them, listen, I can't watch them. Every time I try to watch them, something terrible comes to me and I have to shut it off. It's fake news. CNN is what?
Fake news.
It is what?
Fake news.
Right, that's right. I'm going to put it up on you.
So much so they have a commercial they add with wrestling, right? And they have Donald Trump as the contender, and CNN is who he taking against, and he holds CNN and crush it, and they put Donald Trump destroy CNN fake news.
That was put up by a 15-year-old boy. He gets somebody to do it and he put it up. And CNN blackmailed the fellow. CNN now could now be closed down as a station for what they did with that little boy. They've crossed the line, they've broken the law. CNN could not be closed down. And to me, no big thing, I'll be happy. They are what? Fake news. Please start.
Why does Sunday law every soul of Satan rebel?
Why is a Sunday law?
Rebellion comes in heaven.
Yeah.
All along it to go until Sunday.
This is why I'm saying, watch me. When we were to continue with this study, we were going to all of that. But you must remember, Sunday is identified by the papacy as the mark of their authority. Their authority is vicar of the Son of God, a substitute for the Son of God. So it means to say that the mark of their authority, which is vicar or substitute of the Son of God, meaning that they are God with God, it means the mark of their being born with God is Sunday.
Yes.
And what Lucifer has always been seeking from the day one with his argument is to be recognized by all as being God with God. And here you have a day now that symbolizes that. That's the reason why that is trouble.
What I saw was Yahweh jealous of his holiness.
Amen. And that's the reason why he's going to judge them for what they're doing. But let's just wait until the plagues will come, right? But let's just wait until we go through this, we'll just deal with this and finish it off. Right? But I can't do it now. It's done past time and people have far to go. Right? But let us thank God for what He has shown us. Amen? Amen. Now listen to me carefully, students of prophecy here. I have just touched this in part. You take your notes. You have your chance to go through it on your own. Don't think your mind is too dumb. It's not a dumb mind, it's the Holy Spirit. What do you say? Amen. And He, the Spirit of truth, and shall guide you into how much? All truth. That's right. Guide you into how much? All truth. So you should be able. Stop losing confidence. And stop feeling afraid. And stop saying, oh, it's too hard for me. You can by the grace of God. Amen. We just want to bring on the full potential that God has placed in you by the Holy Spirit to make you do it. But some people don't have spiritual interest strong enough. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they do. Sometimes they're there, you see some people struggling to keep up the spiritual appetite. They have it and sometimes they're struggling to keep up. So much things take their mind off. At least endure. What do you say? You will get there. I went through my struggles too. But now it's a wonderful thing. What do you say?
Amen.
Every word is like a beautiful, precious light. Like if you eat good, rich food, what do you say? That's how every word is. What do you say? And like Luther can now say, yes, my dear. Or like Luther can now say, here I stand. And I wish to do no other. And Yahweh will help us. What do you say? Gracious, loving Father, be with us as we leave here to go to our various homes. Keep us safe from all harm, trouble, danger, and accident. But we more ask you to keep us in the faith, to keep us with an understanding, being made ready for the end. Have mercy upon us, justify us, make us righteous, bring us into obedience to your commandments, and keep us there under sanctification. And again, we thank you for the rich chorus of blessing through the truths of Jesus Christ, the power of salvation. Amen.